Hey everybody, this is No Bones About Wrestling. I'm one of your hosts for this evening, and we're going to watch WWF WrestleMania IX from Las Vegas. Well, they said it was from Las Vegas. It was actually in Paradise, Nevada. Uh, but we'll pretend like it's Las Vegas. So K Fabulous is going to join me. I believe Switch is going to join me, and Daddy Dill may join us. We'll see. Uh, yes. Um, so what have we got tonight? What is the card? Will you retweet this?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the show opens with Shawn Michaels defending the Intercontinental title against the undefeated Native American Tatanka. Then we have the Steiner brothers, who were pretty new to the WWF at this point. They take on the Head Shrinkers. That is an excellent match. Then we have Crush, former World Tag Team Champion, taking on Doink the Clown. And I didn't point out the Steiner brothers, of course, former WCW Tag Team Champions. We have former WWF World Champion Bob Backlund taking on Razor Ramon. World Tag Team Champions Money Incorporated, that is the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase and Erwin R. Shyster. They defend against the Mega Maniacs. That's the team of former four-time world champion Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. We also have Mr. Perfect versus Lex Luger, and this is when Lex Luger was doing the narcissist gimmick. Of course, former WCW world champion, Mr. Perfect, former Intercontinental champion. We have The Undertaker, former world champion, taking on Giant Gonzalez, which, if you've never seen him, that's going to be a treat for you. I would describe a suit, but I'll just let you see it for yourself if you've never seen it. And the main event, world champion Bret Hart takes on the then undefeated Yokozuna, who was the 93 Royal Rumble winner, for the world title. So this event has long been thought of as one of the worst, if not the worst, WrestleMania. But I don't think that at all. It's one of my favorite WrestleManias, actually. And this was the first WrestleMania that was held outdoors. As I said, it was in Las Vegas. It was at Caesar's Palace. And they did a whole ancient Rome kind of thing with it. The show opened with a dark match. Tito Santana pinned Papa Shango. This was also Jim Ross's first WWF show as an announcer. The broadcast team, I believe, is Jim Ross and Bobby the Brain. And Bam Bam Bigelow versus Kamala was scheduled for the show, but was canceled. Also, when Hulk Hogan shows up, you'll notice he has a pretty gnarly black eye. And so the official WWF story for Hogan's black eye was he was in a jet ski accident, and he went over a wave, and apparently the jet ski landed on his eye. That's the Hulk Hogan version of the story. The WWF version of the story is that Money Incorporated attacked Hulk Hogan before the match and gave him the black eye. The story that's believed to be true, this was Hogan's first show back in quite a while, about a year. I think about exactly a year. And so apparently Randy Savage thought Hulk Hogan and a friend of his interfered in his marriage, and apparently Randy Savage gave Hogan the black eye. That's the that's what I believe is true. That's the alleged story. Randy Savage never confirmed that, but Matt Bourne, the guy who played Doink the Clown, he did confirm it, and several other wrestlers believe it. So whether it's true or not, I really don't know. Um, well, like I said, that's the belief. So we're gonna get started right around 8 o'clock. We got 3 minutes, and so go ahead. Pull up WrestleMania 9. It's on Peacock, and get it paused at triple zeros. So I'll do a countdown, and we all start at the same time. So we're all watching the same thing. What else do I have to say about this show before we start? Um, like I said, it's a good show. I think it's a very good show. A couple of the matches aren't so hot, but there are several really good matches on it. Uh, Shawn Michaels and Tatanka is pretty good. Steiner Brothers and Head Shrinkers, probably the match of the night. Seeing the heel Doink is fun. Um, Bret Hart and Yokozuna is a good match. Um, like I said, a bunch of good matches. Mr. Perfect and Lex Luger is pretty good. Uh, so yeah, I think we're in for a treat tonight, and I think it'll be fun. Um, and like I said, we'll get started in about 2 minutes, about 8 o'clock. Here's Switch. What's going on, man?
What's good, bruh?
Just getting ready to start about 8 o'clock. Give it 2 or 3 minutes. Wait for some people, more people to show up. I guess a
Sounds
bunch of
good.
people I'm sure watching Raw tonight, but whatever. I'm not. I don't care. We're doing this.
They'll be all right.
What's up? What have you got to say for yourself?
Bruh, I am so looking forward to this WrestleMania.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
after me and you couldn't do the live stream on what was it, Thursday or Friday, I went head on
Thursday.
and
Yeah.
watched that behind the scenes of WrestleMania.
Oh
Bruh,
yeah, yeah.
it's making me look at this joint a whole different way, man.
Yeah, yeah. That was a cool special. Yeah, what Switch is talking about, if you haven't seen it on Peacock, there's a I forget, I think it's called Becoming a Spectacle, WrestleMania
Yep.
9. And it's all about WWF filmed backstage, which they never ever used to do. And a lot of the wrestlers didn't like it because, the business was still protected back then. They didn't admit everything was, whatever you want to call it. Predetermined. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, there you go. Taker
Uh,
was such an ass.
yeah. Well, he was trying to stay in character.
Yeah.
He had like the most serious character of anyone back then. Um, but yeah, it's a good show. I was saying a minute ago. A lot of people think this is one of the worst WrestleManias, but for me, I think it's one of the best. So we'll see. We'll see what the viewers think. Um, hopefully my memories of it are accurate. Um, yeah, I remember it as being a pretty fun show. And it's 8 o'clock, so we're gonna go ahead and start. And if you get if something happens, if you get off during the show, I'll throughout the show I'll be saying, we're at 10 minutes and 30 seconds, we're at 15 minutes, blah blah blah. But all right, go ahead and get your peacocks ready, and get it paused, and we're gonna start. I'm gonna do a countdown and get ready to press play. We tried this Thursday, and my Wi-Fi fucked up, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of that tonight. So, all right, here we
And
go.
it's also on YouTube. The full show is also on YouTube for free if you don't have Peacock.
There we go. Thank you. I didn't know that, or I would have told people.
They just uploaded it 2 days ago.
There we go. Well, I'll give people one more minute to get on YouTube if they want to do it that way. K Fabulous is joining us. I invited Daddy Dill, but I don't know if he'll be here. You never know if he's going to show up or not.
Daddy Dill has been so turned off to wrestling lately.
Yeah, but he doesn't usually do the retro stuff with us.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. I invited him, so hopefully he shows up at some point, but we'll be fine without him too. All right, so I think people have had time to get the show ready, and we're going to do the countdown and start. So we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. There we go. Vince McMahon hyping it up. And all the announcers are in togas.
This show is full of greats. The great Gorilla Monsoon.
Mm-hmm. And this is Jim Ross's first WWF show.
Yep.
And something interesting about this, WCW took Ross from a commentator to some other position, and so he quit. But he had a radio show back then that WCW put on, and so on the final episode of his radio show, he had signed with WWF, so he hyped up WrestleMania IX. He had like Shawn Michaels on there and 2 other WWF guys. So WWF got advertisement on WCW's dime.
Wow.
Yeah, which I can't think of another time that happened. Except, of course, when WWF bought them. But yeah, they had a huge crowd at WrestleMania 8 at the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis, but they wanted to do this outdoor deal, and I think they had a crowd of like just 15,000 for this. So it's one of the smaller WrestleManias, but that's what they wanted to do. So
yeah, and like I said, watching that documentary, I didn't know Vince was the one that was in charge of that Sugar Ray Leonard fight and getting all the production for that. That
I didn't know that either. Yeah, I never heard that. So that's pretty cool. Was it Sugar Ray Leonard and like Larry Lalonde or something? I'd never heard of
something like
guy.
that.
I'd never heard of him. Sugar Ray Leonard from North Carolina.
Told you, y'all got everybody, man.
Yep. So here's Caesar and Cleopatra.
Bruh, just think about how many things could have went wrong working with these live animals.
Yeah, an elephant. Got an elephant already. But yeah, just a brief history. Caesar and Cleopatra were a couple, and then of course Caesar got assassinated in 44 BC, and then Cleopatra went with Mark Antony. So she just went with whoever was in charge, you know. So that was her deal.
Or whoever is in charge wants to get her.
Kay said, or whoever was in charge wanted to get with her. So that's a good point, I guess.
There you go.
Johnny said they should bring back animals for WrestleMania 41. Yeah, I agree with that. I would love it. No.
Animals.
Here comes the Macho Man.
I mean, not like circus animals.
Dogs. I want a pack of
Yeah,
dogs.
pack of
So
dogs.
WrestleMania 41.
Oh, yeah. Pack of dogs. Love it.
Or wolves.
Oh, humanity.
Just turn the wolves loose and like random people's entrances, you know.
They'll escape into the crowd and the greater Las Vegas area.
Yeah, interesting.
Wait, Las Vegas? Where is it this year?
Oh yeah, it is in Vegas this year.
Yep, it sure is.
I didn't even think about that. So yeah, the announcers, Jim Ross, Macho Man, and Bobby Heenan, which that's a pretty good team if you ask me. And I was saying earlier, when Hogan shows up, you'll see he has a black eye. Supposedly Macho Man gave it to him. That's
Well,
the story.
Whoever you believe, Macho
Right.
gave it to him, or it was kind of crazy hearing what's his name? Brutus talk about the jet ski hit him in the face. I'm looking at him like, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
The jet ski landed only on his eye.
Where are your headphones?
I do like that outfit Macho got on.
Do what?
I used your extender.
Oh. I think
Because
it's
mine's
jacket.
Oh,
My
okay.
blue jacket, I think. On the right pocket. And here comes Bobby the Brain. Johnny says, speaking of animals, AEW should copy BJW. I don't know what BJW is, honestly. Have a piranha death match.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, what's BJW? I can honestly say I don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Bobby Heenan's the best.
Yes.
Very impressive.
What?
That was exactly where he's at.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you said, I can't believe nothing went wrong with all these animals. You know, the camel and the elephant, and they got a vulture later, and
I see an ostrich out there.
Yeah.
Bobby's doing a great job on that camel. You know,
Yeah,
like playing it up.
Oh, he's the best.
He's the best. Yeah.
He's the best. my personal favorite announcer.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Announcer, manager.
There's Bobby's ass.
The Blue Dunkaroos.
Johnny said BJW is Big Japan Pro Wrestling. All right. Antonio, hey, what's up, man? For those of you just joining us, we are at 7 minutes and 42 seconds into WrestleMania 9. So here comes Shawn, Intercontinental Champ. So this was actually the third consecutive WrestleMania that Shawn Michaels opened.
Didn't even know that.
He and Marty Jannetty opened WrestleMania 7 in a tag match. I forget who they faced. And then he opened WrestleMania 8 against El Matador, Tito Santana. And now here he's opening 9. So no one's ever opened 3 WrestleManias in a row except Shawn Michaels.
And that's why Shawn is my GOAT. That's why Shawn is my GOAT. Yes.
He's pretty great. You know, there are a lot of people who had their best match with Shawn Michaels, that's for sure.
If there was anybody that I would meet and be like starstruck by, it would be him. I would just want to sit down and just give me 30 minutes just to ask him anything I want.
That would be cool.
And even though it's an assless chap's outfit, just look at this outfit. Look at it.
He's dressed like a male stripper, but he still looks cool. So, I mean, that's what he's going for, I guess. You know. So.
I'm so glad he had sense enough to take over his character, because that idol mess wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another one of my all-time favorites.
Me too.
I don't think he doesn't get enough love.
Nope. And Tatanka was undefeated at this point. He's another North Carolina guy.
That's ridiculous.
Still lives in North Carolina. And so there was a feud going with Michaels and Sherry. I forget exactly what happened, but there was a feud going. So Sherry comes out with Tatanka, and Michaels' manager at this point is Luna Vachon, who I love her.
She's awesome.
Yeah, there's a great dark side of the ring about Luna Vachon.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, it's very good.
I think they had one on Sensational too.
Did they? I think they may
I
have.
have to go back and look. I think I remember seeing one on her that was pretty good.
And here's Kay
Mama
Fabulous.
Kay.
Research.
Good. How you doing? How was your trip?
It was awesome. Thank you. Yeah,
Oh,
it rained a lot, so like we had to change our schedule around a bunch, and it was a little hectic. But the kids were great, and yeah, it was a good trip. Nothing horrible happened, so that's always nice.
Props to you. I told you I couldn't do it no more. There's too many kids be taken out.
So for those of you just joining us, we're watching WrestleMania 9. We are at 11 minutes, 11 seconds in. So Shawn Michaels and Tatanka, you haven't missed any matches yet. They're just getting ready to start.
I am for Tatanka.
So you don't know any of the winners.
I know none of the winners.
Good.
I was for
even
Tatanka.
better.
I was a big Tatanka fan back in the day.
Yeah, he's Lumbee, right?
He is. He's a
Yeah,
Lumbee
for sure.
Indian. Yeah, or Native American. I'm not sure what they're called. Or
Still looks pretty good today, man.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he was in that WrestleMania 9 documentary too. I think I could be wrong, but I think I read something about his son trying to break into WWE.
I told you that.
Oh,
I read it.
Kay told me that.
Okay.
I don't remember where I read it, but I saw like a picture of him with Tatanka.
Yeah. His son's
He's, like,
huge.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, I love Tatanka. My favorite.
He was undefeated for a while too.
Yeah. And lost eventually. Well, never mind. I don't want to spoil it, because I would give away the winner of this match. So.
Ooh, Mama K just side-eyed you.
But yeah, my favorites back then were Lex Luger and Tatanka. Those were my two favorites back then.
What year is this?
93.
Yep.
So we were
9 years old.
Well, no, it's not. I don't do ages. I do grades.
You were 10 years old.
I do grades. What grade is that?
I don't know.
It wasn't 10. Was I 10? That wasn't 10.
You were 10. You don't know what fucking year you were born in?
No, I mean at the beginning of the school year for that year.
Oh, at the beginning of the school year, you would be 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy for me because whatever WrestleMania it is, that's how old I was.
Mhm.
So as WrestleMania 9, I was 9. That was the end of the story. So for those of you just joining us, we're watching WrestleMania 9. We are 13 minutes and 32 seconds in, watching Shawn Michaels and Tatanka. So it's on Peacock, it's on YouTube, for free on YouTube, Switch told me. Luna Vachon, my personal favorite female wrestler. I'm not saying she's the best. I mean, I think Charlotte Flair is the best, but Luna is probably my favorite. Luna or Charlotte, one of those two. Why are you looking at me like that? Charlotte's the best.
Oh, wait, you're talking about just in the ring?
In the ring.
Oh, okay.
In the ring, yeah.
Yeah. I still I cannot recognize her. She's like broken my ability to recognize her face.
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton was giving her the business the other night. Nice arm drags by Tatanka there.
I was gonna ask you about that. It was so uncomfortable for me to even watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, was she? She was talking about her news job?
She was talking about her marriages.
Oh.
But the way that Charlotte was looking in the ring, like Charlotte had no comeback. The fans was booing her out of the building. Like she was rattled.
Aww.
She was very rattled.
Yeah.
Do we think this is her amazing acting skills, or do we think like it went a little too
The
far?
story allegedly is that it was a shoot.
Uh-huh.
So, meaning real.
Yeah, no, I know what that means.
Well, I'm just telling the people
Oh,
who
yeah.
may not know what that means.
I learned all the lingo.
Yeah, if anything, I would pull that up on YouTube. Like the whole show wasn't all that, but that segment, just to watch that segment, you would be like, what is going on?
Tatanka keeping Michaels out of the ring here.
Who's with Tatanka? I didn't.
A sensational Sherry. Yeah.
She has the best outfit ever and looks like she should be with the B-52s. With like that hair.
Yeah, this is a very good opener, I think. Like I said, I think the second match is the best match. That's how I remember it, at least. Steiner Brothers and the Head Shrinkers. Nice.
First pay-per-view I've ever saw. WrestleMania IX. I think that's why this one holds a place in my heart.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I understand that. First one I ever saw was Royal Rumble 94.
I have no idea.
But you know what I always used to do? Was the pay-per-view where I live, you could turn the pay-per-view on and the image was scrambled, but you could hear all the audio. So that's how I used to.
Are you sure we just might have some kind of connection with our families?
Yeah.
I would do the same thing. You would barely see little images, but you could hear it clearly.
Right, yeah. You heard everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what I would do is while they were commentating it, I would like act out the matches with a pillow, you know? Every once in a while, every like minute, you'd get kind of a clear image.
But you know, I didn't learn that until the In Your House pay-per-views, because my mama would only let me order the four main ones.
The big ones,
she wouldn't order the In Your House ones. So that's how we'll watch the In Your House ones.
There you go. Yeah, those were the days. That was fun. I remember that. I remember doing that so well. I did that because my parents never would like. The only pay-per-views when I was a kid we actually got were Royal Rumble 94 and WrestleMania 10. And every other pay-per-view I did the listening thing.
You got some of them on VHS afterwards, right?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them on VHS eventually, yeah. Well, the VHS were cheaper than buying the fucking pay-per-view, you know?
Yeah. And they could watch them as many times.
Exactly.
I'll have to go back and look through Cage Match and figure out the first pay-per-view I saw. Like, I use the Straight Edge Society as like a pinpoint to work forward and backward from.
So when was that? Like
2010, I think, yeah. And I went to Capital Punishment, and at that point I'd been watching wrestling for like maybe a year. So, we'll see. It might be WrestleMania. It's the first one that I saw. I don't know which WrestleMania, but.
And speaking of all this WrestleMania stuff, hopefully I'm starting a new job, so we'll see. But we're planning on doing, maybe Kay will lead it if I'm working.
Lead the WrestleMania one?
Yeah, Switch will be here. Dylan will be here. Wolf will be here.
I can run it on our channel and host everyone, and Switch can be the verbal host.
Yeah.
Because I'm terrible at talking.
Hopefully I don't have to work. But I'm literally just starting this job, so I can't ask off, obviously.
Yeah, it starts like Thursday.
Yeah, but we're doing We're doing watch-alongs for nights 1 and 2, both starting at 7 o'clock. We're doing watch-alongs.
I
And
hope you get
Friday
to sit
night,
in for one of them.
do what?
I hope you get to sit in for one of them.
I hope so too. I think I'll get to for at least one, but I really don't know. I don't think I'll find out till Thursday. So, and Friday night, hopefully, we're doing a watch-along for Joey Janela's Spring Break pay-per-view, which is going to have Sabu's retirement match on it. Joey Janela versus Sabu.
See, that I'll watch and do, whether you're here or not. WrestleMania. I know nothing.
You got to do WrestleMania.
Yeah, I got to do WrestleMania.
Yeah, you got to do WrestleMania. So we're doing it whether I'm here or not. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Wolf and Switch will have to carry the WWE weights.
Yeah,
I got your back, Kay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, she doesn't watch WWE. She has no idea what's been happening. Yeah.
I watched Penta's first match back. First match in WWE, and that might have been one of the last things I saw. All right, did I do No, I didn't watch the pay-per-view with you.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
For those of you just joining us, watching WrestleMania 9, we are 20 minutes and 27 seconds in. Shawn Michaels and Tatanka. And Tatanka dominating Shawn Michaels right now. Oh! And that, like we were talking about, Shawn Michaels having, or people having their best matches with Shawn Michaels. This might be Tatanka's best match, honestly. I mean, Shawn Michaels is so good at selling, so good at offense.
Where is this in Tatanka's career?
He had been wrestling in WWF for just about a year, and is undefeated at this point.
Where did he wrestle before that?
No idea.
Okay.
I assume it was the North Carolina independent scene.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about that. I really, I don't know. That's a good question. I got a confrontation between the females going on. Oh.
I love me some Sherry. I love me some Sherry.
And Bobby Heenan just told Luna Vachon to twist Sherry's head off, which when we go to independent shows, that's the kind of shit I yell.
Yes, it is.
Like, it'll be quiet. It'll be quiet, and I'll be like, gouge his eye out.
Yeah. It's really embarrassing for him. Which I think is half the fun.
People enjoy it, though.
They do.
See, I would be right there with them saying the same thing.
Yeah. Or, people
I don't mind if other people are also doing it, but when it's just him, I'm like, oh, God.
They'll have somebody in a headlock. I'll be like, rip his head off. It's fun. I enjoy that.
Shawn and Sherry was a good pairing too when he first turned.
Yep. Yeah, I forget what made them part. I don't remember, but something did around Royal Rumble 93, around that time.
I do remember Shawn hitting her with a mirror.
I think
it was an accident.
I think that was it. Yep.
Like in the show, or
yeah, in the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if he accident. I mean, they travel. I'm assuming somewhat together.
In the ring. In the ring.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, they were doing coke together, and he hit her with the mirror.
Luna Vachon's hair looks like the Barbie that you find at the bottom of the Barbie bin.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I know you do. I also love it. But
if you was to go back and see her, I forgot which company she had came from, but she looked nothing like that. She almost had a Miss Elizabeth look to her.
Really?
Before she came to WWE, yes. Speaking of hairdo, Shawn Michaels with probably the best mullet in the business.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Eli says Shawn aimed for Marty Jannetty and Sherry got pushed in the way. Okay.
Yep. That's what happened.
Yeah, Shawn and Marty Jannetty, they were the Rockers, and then they had which they were a great tag team, and then they had a falling out because they wanted Shawn to have a singles career. And Marty Jannetty had a little of a singles career, but he also had a big drug problem, which kind of fucked him up.
Yeah,
Fucked up his career.
He was his own downfall.
Yeah, unfortunately. And Shawn
Marty
had a
could
big
go in the
drug.
ring.
Do what?
Marty could go in the ring too.
Oh yeah, he was great. He was a great wrestler. Michaels had a huge drug problem too, but he was like a functional drug addict, you know?
Yeah.
Just slowly dying on the inside, not evidently from the outside.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is back when a lot of people were still on drugs, you know, unlike it is today. At least by my knowledge, you know, you don't hear about that kind of stuff today.
That's like one of the best changes in
You'll see
wrestling.
people talk about smoking weed, and that's just about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Which, yeah, that's different.
But Shawn was.
Oh.
I wonder if a part of that is bringing Eastern medicine over, you know, with like cupping and acupuncture.
No. I think it's just
No, I mean, like sports medicine has progressed drastically from the 90s.
That's
like, that was point. A long time ago.
I think it has to do with the reduced schedule more than anything. Because these guys used to be on the road like fucking 350 days a year.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
Absolutely right. That's definitely.
I think that's
the biggest part of it. Yeah. Good call.
But shit, just living on the road, wrestling that many matches. I can understand a lot of these guys and gals developing drug problems, you know?
Yeah.
Especially for pain, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you want some coffee?
Yes.
And that's the big thing right there, because back then, if you didn't work, you didn't get paid.
Right. Yeah, it was very different. Vince McMahon had a lot to do with the changes in WWF, actually.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was the runner, you know? He's the showrunner. Tatanka got a bloody mouth, I think, from a kick, and he's getting his war dance going. Yeah, please. I'm sorry if I keep pressing the share your referral link thing. They put it right where the highlighting the comments is. So
run the comments from my computer.
Maybe that would make sense. Yeah. Eli says, yeah, Kevin Nash said it was around 350 days a year or something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they would get off like Christmas and then random days. And some days they would do 2 shows in a day.
Mm-hmm. Remember when Survivor Series used to be on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. It was on Thanksgiving, and then to give the wrestlers a little break, they put it on Thanksgiving Eve. Remember that?
Yeah.
Which I used to really enjoy that when it was on Thanksgiving Eve. That was fun. Because you'd be off school, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, this is a great opener, I think.
It has been.
Wonder if it'll let me join.
A whole lot better than what I thought it was.
Did it before, right?
Oh!
There you go.
And for those of you who just joined us recently, watching WrestleMania IX, obviously, and we are at 28 minutes and 36 seconds in.
So why do people not like this one? Because I was a little disheartened when I walked in the door and you were getting ready for the show and you introduced it by saying, now, most people, this is their least favorite WrestleMania or whatever you said.
They put it down near the bottom, for sure. Just, you know, a lot of people don't like this period of WWF. You know, a lot of people are gone. Jake the Snake was gone. Ultimate Warrior was gone. Legion of Doom had left.
Did they all
natural disasters were going.
to WCW or like?
No, some went to Japan,
Okay.
but like Animal went to Japan, Hawk went to WCW, Jake the Snake went to WCW, Ultimate Warrior like went to the moon. Ric Flair left. He was advertised for this show, but he left to go back to WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a lot of guys had left, so they had to. The ref disqualified Shawn Michaels. I missed it. I think Luna got involved there.
Yo, Bobby was so quick with it.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Oh, count out. Excuse me.
Count out.
So yeah, Tatanka stayed undefeated until I think it was like October or November of this year, and lost to Ludwig Borga
For nothing.
For nothing, yeah. Who they just did a Dark Side of the Ring about, and the short version of the Ludwig Borga story was he was like a Nazi, you know. Basically, and he had an SS tattoo, which that was the the Nazi army, and got ended up getting kicked out of the WWF. He also supposedly had a bad attitude. Some of my family fought for the Nazis, but we don't talk about that. Some of my family.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Some of my family also fought for America. So we had both sides in the family. They were German, so that's why they fought for the Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my family's part German, but that's not something we talked about a whole lot.
It's probably wise.
Yeah, probably was.
I'm gonna try this again.
Eli says Heenan is definitely missed. No one will ever replace him. Yeah, I totally agree. He's the best. For me, he's the best announcer, but he's definitely the best heel announcer there's ever been. Just like Switch said, just so quick-witted, so funny. And so good at getting the faces over, which is the point.
I'm operating.
Oh, good.
Yep. Tatanka took after one of my mom's favorite wrestlers, Wahoo McDaniel.
Yep. I got a picture. Let me see if I can.
No, you don't.
Oh yeah, of a young. Let me see if I can do it. Oh wait, that's just my face. God damn it.
Oh, you're just showing wall. Turn it away from you then.
Turn it away from me?
Yes, turn the camera away from it.
Oh, right.
From you.
Yes. I don't understand how things work. Wait.
No, like this.
Other
Like what?
way.
You need your face fronting camera.
There you go.
Forward. There we go.
Do you see it?
Yes.
Is that you?
That's me right there.
And then that's the tomahawk.
Wow.
And then there's a signed tomahawk by Chief Wahoo.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. Wait till I tell my mama, she gonna trip. That was my mama's all-time favorite wrestler. It was him and the Blackjacks.
I don't know the Blackjacks. Oh wait, no, I do.
Mulligan?
I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Eli says, got to give him credit for getting Hogan over to an extent.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, talking about Bobby Heenan, yeah, because in the commentary at least he hated Hulk Hogan, and he was always having, somebody like King Kong Bundy. He managed at WrestleMania 2. He managed Andre at WrestleMania 3. He was always trying to take Hogan down. So this one, like I said, my memory is this is the best match on the show.
And this
I
is
think you're right. I think
The
you're
Head
right.
Shrinkers and the Steiner brothers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 10.
And for the Head Shrinker.
This is a hard hitting match. I remember. And these guys just go at it.
Sorry.
Steiner brothers. So they said where they are shooting this at was nothing but an empty big parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
And they just built a
Yes.
stage? Like they just built a stand?
I built everything.
WWF
Everything.
did. Wow. God, that would make me nervous to sit on it.
Huh.
It's a temporary building, or they built like a permanent building?
No, it's
No, just like
temporary.
temporary?
I'm not sure if this. I don't think this was ever used for anything else because it was all their shit. You know.
That's like fucking rides
Yep.
at the fair, except you got a gajillion people sitting on it.
No, except the difference is the rides at the fair are put together by like meth addicts, and these were put together by professionals.
Oh, that's probably true, yeah.
Yeah.
At least back then. Okay. Today too, probably. True.
What's true?
That WWF hires qualified people. I know they do.
Usually, except in the Owen Hart situation.
Yeah. Well, I meant
Mhm.
nowadays.
Then they didn't. That
Yeah.
was a
Fuck up.
bad fuck up.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. So we got Samu and Fatu. And Fatu is in the ring, and that's the guy who eventually gained a fuck ton of weight and became Rikishi.
Mm-hmm. You can kind of see it in his butt.
Got a big butt.
Yeah.
Yep, the father of the Usos.
Oh, right. Yeah, the Head Shrinker's part of the huge Samoan wrestling family with the Usos and The Rock and Rocky Johnson and
Don't forget Nia Jax.
Nia.
Favorite.
No.
You know she was part of that family.
No. Is she?
You told me that
Yeah.
she was related to The Rock. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Switch
Yeah,
that
she's
there.
related to The Rock.
Well,
The
that's how she got her job back.
The Rock bought her a car 2 years ago for her birthday.
Mhm.
Damn. All right. That's why she has a job, man. She's terrible.
Ugh. And I like her look. I just wish she was better because she's unsafe in the ring.
I agree. Yeah.
It looks horrible.
The Rock got added to the TKO board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When that happened, that's when she got hired back.
You're right.
Yeah.
Look at this. There's stiff shots going on here.
I had some WWE knowledge to drop on y'all from when I used to cover WWE.
There you go. Look at that clothesline.
Yeah.
And Scott Steiner. Fatu went one way, he got super fat, and Scott Steiner went the other way, and he got super
Gross.
buff. He had like muscles on muscles.
Ugh. That's disgusting.
Became WCW World Champion eventually.
Man, not to buy
Big
shit.
Papa
but
Pump.
it looked like he had soda cans implanted in his biceps. It was the grossest thing I've ever seen.
So
Like
what
that
is
someone
it when-
intentionally did to their bodies.
Yeah. So what is it with like them strong guys? Like the inside, like the middle of their chest starts looking like it's sinking in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Scott started looking like that.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know.
I
I saw Scott Steiner live back in WCW, and he was huge.
Had some
think
crazy
it has something to
promos
do with
too.
like
Yeah, he did.
all people as they get older start slouching more, right? So maybe it has to do with the size of their shoulders. And like, I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm gonna ask the 7th grade science teacher and see if she knows.
Kofi's was started doing that at one point too, but I don't know what he had
Yeah.
did. But Kofi
Yeah.
Kingston's was starting to sink in a little bit.
There's where Alpha bangs the Head Shrinkers' heads together. And Alpha, another member of the family, he was part of the Wild Samoans tag team back in the day. There's no...
Alpha
And of course,
is
Roman
Sika.
Reigns.
Sika is Roman's daddy, right? I think Sika was Roman's daddy.
I don't know. I'll take your word for it.
I will also.
I'm
take
not
your-
sure.
It sounds familiar.
Well, it was Alpha and Sika were the Wild Samoans.
Yeah. I meant between the two.
And
That one sounds like the one I've heard before.
And before this, the Head Shrinkers were in WCW as the Samoan SWAT team.
Such a good name.
That's a good name. Head Shrinkers is better, though.
Yeah. That was very true. I might just switch to my computer so I can stop going like this.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I used to love the Head Shrinkers. I mean, still do. Mm. Oh, shit. You missed that, didn't you?
Mm.
Dumped Scott Steiner
Right
out of the
on the side.
ring, like head first. And there's Bill Alfonso as the ref.
Oh my
Fonzie.
goodness, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
That is Fonzie.
Yep. And if y'all don't know who he is out there, he managed Rob Van Dam and Sabu at in the 90s in ECW.
Did he manage Taz for a little bit too?
You say Taz?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember that.
ECW been so long ago. I do remember managing the other two though.
And constantly blew a whistle at ringside,
Oh,
which
gosh.
I liked.
I
thought it like added to the match. When he was out there blowing that whistle, it made it seem like a big match.
That's it. Made it seem like I wanted to murder him.
I'll take
can't figure
Jimmy
out how to
Hart
add me
on
back.
that daggone megaphone over that whistle.
Yeah, he was pretty good. We saw Jimmy Hart a couple months ago.
He has to have the best collection of jackets. Like I would pay him just to go look at his closet.
Had a lot of air.
Oh my gosh, the airbrushing. Like, and I bet he has like a personal airbrusher that he goes to because they are always like spot on.
Especially a little earlier than this, like when he would have to come out with like 3 different people or teams in one show, he would have something custom for each one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
I
the
like
last
the
time we
Nasty
saw him,
Boys one he had.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
he had like a Mouth of the South one, I think, the last time we saw him, or maybe it just said Jimmy Hart on the
I'm
back.
sure it said Mouth
I've
of
seen
the
him
South.
a few times now.
There's a nice kick by Samu, a nice back kick.
He sang one of the times we saw him, which I did not know that was a thing he did.
Yeah, he wrote some of the themes for people.
That's awesome.
And I know in WCW, I think in WWF also, he wrote some of the themes and played on them, I believe, also.
What does he play?
Yep.
I think several instruments. Yeah, he's a musician.
I like this. I'm going to do this from now on. I need a better camera angle because, but other than that.
Should put a bunch of Stephen King books
Yeah,
under it.
stack up Stephen King. There we go. Like right about here.
Let
me just go like this to make me look very thin, you know. No, but like look at this hub. It's like
good.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Make sure it's plugged in.
No, but my battery. It's a new computer.
Okay.
I have 3 hours and 39 minutes remaining. I can always go grab it.
Scott Steiner, I think he's been in the whole match.
Been in a lot of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I can put images and stuff up now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I can screen share. That will be very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
We should have done this a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Double bites. I love biting in wrestling. When you're mad enough at your opponent that you're gonna bite him in the fucking head, like that's how it should be.
Yeah. I
All
like
right,
it.
John Moxley.
It's one of my favorite things about him.
Oh, we still haven't watched Dynamite from last week. We never watched
What
it.
day is today? Oh, Wednesday.
Today is
No, today's Monday.
Today's
Okay.
Monday.
Oh, because I was out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
forgot. Yeah, we gotta watch that.
I know I watched it. I don't know if I even took any notes on it though. Yep,
I might have
I
to
did. It was a
turn
pretty.
back
It
some
was a
of my
pretty decent.
involvement
It was a
in
decent
things.
Dynamite.
It was a decent Dynamite, you said?
Yeah.
This week's a big show for them.
For Dynamite? Oh, because it's the one in Boston.
Well, it's the one where they pass Nitro as
Yeah.
the second longest running main TV show.
That's crazy that that's already. They're passing that already.
I know, yeah. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it has, yeah. Well, Nitro was on for 5.5 years. And I guess AEW, yeah.
Hey.
Doesn't feel like it's been around for 5.5 years.
Damn.
Well, not only that, I felt like Nitro was on longer than that. But that's
No,
about right.
just September 95 to March 01.
Yeah. Hey.
It did seem like it was on longer than that. I agree.
I have to have giant fireworks that spell out like all you haters can eat a bag of dicks, you know? And pyro. That's what I want to have happen. I'm so excited for that. But seriously, the not that, but pyro. I want them to up their pyro game for this episode.
They need to up it in general.
Well, yeah, but especially for this episode.
Bobby Heenan's hilarious to me.
To check again, but I think
Yeah.
it's Dynamite Wednesday or Thursday this week.
Dynamite's
It is,
Wednesday,
yeah.
Collision is
Collision,
Thursday.
yeah.
Collision's Thursday. Okay.
And we'll be doing watch-alongs for both of them. Well, I think we'll be doing one for Collision. Some of y'all will, at least, for sure. But I'll definitely be on the one for Dynamite. You know who I haven't
We
seen in a
should add
while
Switch
is
to
Wolf.
this.
Add Switch to what?
To our StreamYard.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
way he can start host things through it.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that,
Well,
but
you added me.
I don't know.
Oh, wait,
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. I wonder if you have to be there. Yeah, that's the call.
Oh,
Because then you can have the power.
You might be right, Asa. This might have been the best match.
yeah, it's good. It's hard hitting. You got a good variety of moves.
I love hard hitting. Makes it feel more real.
Yeah. That's why I always like my favorite company was NWA Mid Atlantic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were talking about Wahoo McDaniel, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, all those guys. It looked a lot more real than WWF.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I knew WWF was predetermined, but I watched NWA and I was like, that shit's real. Double team, that's their finisher. I think that's their finisher.
Their finisher?
A double team. I don't know what they call it, but that's the move.
Oh.
That's the move Jeff Jarrett called the stroke eventually.
I thought you meant the name of their move was double team, and I was
No.
like, that's not a very original name for a tag team move.
Going for the Doomsday Device. Bam! Oof. Rick Steiner, now of course an infamous transphobe. I don't know if you heard about that, Switch.
Yeah,
you
I
heard about
did.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And more not more importantly, but more that I think something everyone can get behind wherever you stand on trans issues, like grossly unprofessional.
Yeah, he was harassing,
Like-
basically
like
harassing
Basically.
someone.
Yeah. Like another wrestler at a convention
Yeah.
who was working.
Now we don't know how that Steiner's win. Now we don't know how it started, so I don't know.
I don't think he's ever commented on it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So we don't know how it started. We don't know what the other person might have said to him. I don't know.
She said that she was walking through the crowd and he heckled her on her way to her table and she couldn't tell where it was coming from.
But that's
then
just
later-
one side of the story.
Well, I know.
We
I'm
don't
just telling you, like, she didn't talk to him, I don't think.
Hey.
It started from afar. Nope, I meant what I said.
Hey. Look at that. They decorated. That's where they decorated the Doink the Clown
That's pretty
statue.
good. Wow, they really went all out with Mean Gene's costume there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I like it. That's like
It's like an emperor.
It's
like Caligula.
Shakespeare Theater Company quality.
Yeah, they were showing the Fink in the ring with his outfit on, and they just kept saying "pizza, pizza." He looked just like the Little Caesar. The pizza.
Is that Crush?
That is Crush.
Did I impress you?
No.
Come on, I knew who Crush was.
You've seen him several times. Bam, and that's where Doink. This feud pretty much destroyed Crush's WWF career. Because he constantly got clowned by Doink.
I love the evil looking flower. Like the squirt flower is like an angry face on it.
Yeah. I love Doink.
He's great.
Yeah.
This is the first Doink.
This is the first Doink.
This
Matt
was still
Bourne.
Evan Bourne. I mean, Matt Bourne, right?
Right.
The best Doink ever.
I mean, he was a good wrestler too, and great
Yeah.
in the gimmick. Great in the gimmick, I thought.
His ability to like change his facial expression at the drop of a hat and like totally change the emotion
Mhm.
that he's giving off, like just very impressive.
But I could remember watching this when I was younger and thinking, okay, this is the match where Crush is gonna get his. I was like, yeah, Crush gonna get him this match.
Yeah. Well, they were trying to make Crush a big deal, like a big face.
Remember when he was part of Demolition?
Oh yeah,
Third
yeah,
number?
of course. Yeah.
You've shown me this match before.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Do they face each other?
Then don't.
No, I was asking. Am I giving something away if I ask something?
I was gonna say don't spoil it
Oh, I wasn't going to.
for people who haven't seen it.
You think I remember who won?
I don't know what you were about to say. I don't know.
Something.
I don't know how it works, but I heard something about Crush's like son or something getting some kind of Legends deal for his dad. I think I just read about it like last week.
Oh,
I don't know about
his son's getting some kind of deal for his dad.
Huh. Crush is
That's awesome.
dead though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's going through the son.
Oh, I wonder about
I
like
gotcha.
the properties, you
Yeah.
know, like his merchandise and stuff. I wonder if that's what it's for.
Both these guys are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asa has not been doing recently his.
Well, these are the
His
first
thing-
two dead
no.
guys we've seen tonight.
No, I mean like recently, like the last few watch-alongs.
No.
Like, watch-alongs, you
Gorilla
haven't been like
Monsoon.
dead every time.
Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby
Yeah.
Heenan.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. And
Bobby
these two,
Heenan.
that's it.
Bobby Heenan got like jaw cancer.
Oh my
It
god.
was very
I'm
sad.
so nervous about.
Jaw cancer.
Yes.
I'm nervous about mouth cancer because I smoked unfiltered cigarettes, and so that's what makes me nervous.
Mm.
I don't want
I
like
hated seeing
lip
Bobby like that.
cancer.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Did you ever watch that Legends House? That was
No, I
on,
heard about it, but
It
I
was
never
good.
saw
It had Mean Gene on there, Pat Patterson, it just had a bunch of the old timers on it. Tony Atlas. If Bobby Heenan would have been on that show, it would have really did. It was already a good show, but it needed Bobby.
That sounds pretty fun. Oh, but yeah, Matt Bourne, a very underrated wrestler.
That was a good.
You know where Matt Bourne came from? Was he NWA?
I believe he was. But yeah, like Kay just said, that was one of my favorite episodes of Dark Side of the Ring. Was the Matt Bourne one, Doink the Clown, whatever you want to call it. He was a super duper drug addict also.
I'm not slacking on my job. Mine hasn't updated it at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Kay came back from DC with a whooping cough.
Yay! It went away like
in moisture.
Yeah. Well, it's just like the cough I had for like 4 months, so hopefully this doesn't last quite as long.
It wasn't 4 months.
November, December, January.
It wasn't 4 months.
February. That's 4 months. No,
it wasn't 4 months.
3 months.
It wasn't 3 months.
17 months.
Oh, you gotta sleep down here tonight.
I know. I'm relegated to the couch because of my coughing.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's really
I'm a light sleeper, and she wakes me up like
hacking
5 times a night.
Yeah.
Nice neck breaker.
And he's really grouchy when he's sleepy, so I like him to get a full night's sleep whenever possible. So I am happy to sleep on the couch.
Our couch is really comfortable.
It is, yeah. It's like so old that you just kind of like it hugs you, sort of.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. That's where I'm gonna be tonight. When it's that time of the month for that one upstairs, I don't even want to be around. I move a lot. In the bed. It takes me like 30 positions till I get comfortable. So I know she's hurting. I'm like, I'm just gonna let you have the bed. I'll see you in a week.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah. I think also
went through so many different characters too. What different looks? Because he was always Crush, but just different looks.
Oh wait, does he join He was one of Demolition.
He was Demolition, and then he became this Crush with the head vice, and then
he went to jail, came out and joined the Nation. No, I'm sorry. He went to the Evil Crush.
Yeah, he was in. What were they called? Was it the Disciples of Apocalypse?
No. After this one, remember he was gone for a while. He came back and started feuding with Macho, and he was still right. Dark colors on. Then he got locked up and came back, joined the Nation, and then formed that DOA faction.
And then went to WCW as Bryan Adams and was in the NWO.
Yep.
And then he died.
And he wrote some sweet songs.
No. Then he was with the what's the guy? Adam Bomb as Chronic.
Oh, right. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, he did have a bunch of.
What's his name? You are friends with him on Twitter.
I am friends with him on Twitter. Adam Bomb. Ryan Clark.
Yeah, Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark. Yeah.
Because basically, I got in touch with him on X, and I was like, "I love you."
And he got followed back.
That's not what I said, but that's basically what I said.
Shoot, when he first came in, I was feeling that gimmick, man. The red tongue, the green eyes.
I'm with you, man. I loved it.
They really flubbed that one up, as they so would say.
Yep.
Flubbed it up.
Yeah.
They could have done so much. That could have been like, no.
Good in the ring, great wrestler. Great look.
That was WWF, not WCW.
WWF.
Yeah. Okay.
WCW ain't do too much better when they was doing the Mortal Kombat gimmicks and had him come in as, I forgot what he came in as, but it was something based off the Mortal Kombats.
But they could have built him up like the Undertaker and had like nuclear mutant powers versus like undead powers, you know, and like an epic battle.
Yep.
And then pallbearers like talking about the situation between both of them would have just been magical.
Yeah, I agree.
See, we need to get Caden the creative now.
And a time machine.
Go back in time.
Like that anymore. Maybe we can start a wrestling company where it's all like occupation gimmicks and magic.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like
I have been thinking
stuff.
about the Christian Wrestling Federation or whatever,
Exactly.
whatever it's gonna call. That one right there has been.
Yeah.
Whenever I can get some money together, that shit, it's happening. When I can get some money together and rent an arena, it's happening. I'm not joking.
It should be something outside like this, like an actual.
It should be outside.
Yeah, like in the round.
It rains so much here, you know.
Yeah,
that's a real risk.
This seems like a Florida type of.
Commentators are commentating from a manger.
That would be funny.
I wonder if they tore down Holy Land. We could just set up a permanent place there, you know.
What's that? Holy Land? What's that?
It was
like Disney, but for Jesus.
In Florida, wasn't
Florida,
it?
yeah. I had a friend that worked there, and he couldn't cut his beard or shave. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I don't know if they had rides and stuff, but they built like Jerusalem basically, and wherever else Jesus lived. And they just like recreated Bible stories and things, I believe.
Nazareth.
Yeah, that. Wait, is Nazareth a city?
That's a good question. I think it's a region. He was born in Bethlehem, and then he was called Jesus of Nazareth.
Is Nazareth a section now?
And he went into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, which was this past Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And then he got killed a week later.
Yeah. I don't know very much about. I was raised Catholic, and they just read the same book.
And they don't talk about Jesus.
Yeah, they do. That's all they talk about. Like the Book of Matthew, I got that down, but mainly because of the musical Godspell.
He's got the head vice on him, and the ref is down. The ref is Joey Morella. That's Gorilla Monsoon's son. Yep. He's dead.
Wait, what?
Bam.
Oh snap! Eric Tate, which belt are you getting? See that in the comments.
What
belt are you getting? I'm hating.
Oh, that's awesome.
I want to get a belt so bad, but I'm waiting these business taxes to get paid.
Oof. God, what's that arm made out of?
I don't know. It looked pretty
like it had no give.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks hollow.
Yeah.
Okay. But when it bounced, it wasn't as bad.
People complain about this, but I thought I liked it.
I thought it was great. Like I said, I
the way Bobby is selling it.
Yeah. Wait, so who was the other guy?
He was a guy named Skinner. Who had a gimmick that he was from the bayou and chewed a lot of tobacco, and he would spit and he'd have it running down his
I remember seeing him. Yeah.
Gross. But he shaved, and they put him in a doink costume. His name's Steve Kern.
But he never became one of the other doinks.
He's dead. No.
Okay.
He never became another doink.
They had a lot of different people. The Brooklyn Brawler played doink at one point after Matt was gone. Can't remember who else.
Yeah, I can't remember who else either. Yeah, I love Doink. Absolutely. The heel Doink, I love. Absolutely love him.
Did you ever catch him when he went to ECW?
No, I didn't. I remember when he did. I never saw a match, but I remember seeing it in the wrestling magazines.
Wait, Doink the character or the guy?
Doink the character, right?
He took Doink the character there, but Vince had started bitching about it. So he kept the look and stuff, but he was like the artist formerly known as Doink or some shit like that. But it was a crazy way he had painted it up. But he was even crazier in ECW.
That's the whistle guy, right?
Yeah, Bill Alfonso. Yeah. Fonzie.
Old Bill.
In my head, he looks like someone totally different. That was on like Parks and Rec, like a comedian. I'll show you his page. I'll see if I can find him later.
And Joey.
And he looks like Bruce Campbell,
Kinda, yeah.
like young Bruce Campbell.
I think all 3 matches have been good so far.
Yeah, they've all been great.
Yeah, I don't get why people hate on this show. I really
Is the
don't.
main event unsatisfying?
Because
that
in a
could be
way,
like
that's you'll see.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear Kay's output on that one.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is. What is the main event?
Bret Hart and Yokozuna for the world.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Look at that camera! Holy shit!
TCW. It's an old indie wrestling company. Very cool, man. You'll have to send us some pictures or post some pictures somewhere where we can see it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're friends with you on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking camera.
Yes, Lord. Look at Todd, though.
Yeah, Todd Pettengill. I liked him.
I did, too.
He hosted WWF Mania on Saturday mornings. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
I like it because this hosting style that existed back then, like, it's like he's hosting, like, Double Dare or, like, what is it, Total Request Live, you know, like, where you're, like, in the crowd and, like, moving and stuff. And now it's just, like, so, like, I'm wearing an outfit. Here I am standing with my microphone.
Yeah.
Here is a shot of the crowd at a safe distance from behind me, which I get, like, people are insane now, but it just felt more exciting than, like, weaving their way through. Razor Ramon.
One of my mom's favorite wrestlers.
We all know why.
Razor Ramon.
Mm-hmm.
He basically watched a movie, took a character, and made it a wrestler.
Yeah.
That is the smartest shit ever and got it over.
That's true.
Yep.
Well, if you think about it, like, Tony Storm and John Moxley are both doing that, aren't they? Didn't John Moxley say that he got his character?
Like American History X.
No, that's what I thought too, but no, it's not a. It's not.
It's a different movie.
Yeah, it's a different movie.
It's a different movie. Yeah, you're right.
And like Tony Storm from Sunset Boulevard.
Here comes Bob Backlund, former WWF champion.
Vince McMahon had never seen Scarface, so he didn't know that Razor was even taking it from the movie. He thought Razor just came up with it himself.
Huh.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Vince had never seen
that
Scarface.
Movie? If you're alive when it's coming out and you're an adult, how do you not see that movie? Like even just the ads everywhere. That's shocking.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Vince was a workaholic. He won't try to watch nothing.
Yeah, so I could see him just watching wrestling and then nothing else. Yeah. Maybe football.
Yeah, he was a big football fan. Yeah. Look at Bob Backlund getting ready.
He's so tiny.
So for those of you just joining us recently, watching WrestleMania IX, we're at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 28 seconds.
I'm about to see Razor Ramon. You say it. You do it better.
Razor Ramon.
Yeah. They don't have the accent over his name and
no.
They do sometimes though, don't they? But is that just on the internet?
Hey Chico.
Okay,
that's not a very good accent.
Let's not do that. I wasn't asking you to do the accent. I was asking you to say Ramon, how you normally say Ramon, which is the correct way. I'm not asking you to do an accent. That is not what's happening. Oh, so Eric says that TCW was a wrestling company in Arkansas from 2011 to 2013. Very cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you live near Arkansas? I can't remember. Do you remember?
I can't remember where he lived. I can't keep straight where people live. I know Switch is in Virginia.
Stevens in Mississippi.
Wolf's in Michigan. Dylan's in New York.
Willie's in Canada.
Right. Willie's in Canada.
Willie, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We have a bunch of viewers. Like I can't keep straight where people
Minnesota
live.
Is what I want to say.
Speaking of where people live, we got to mail the prizes to.
Oh yeah.
To Steven and Christopher.
We'll try and do that this week.
Yeah. Yes. And speaking of stuff, either tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, I'll be reviewing the new AEW All Elite crate.
Yeah.
So I got it in the mail. I have not opened it yet, so we'll find out together what's in it. That's the way I always do it. Razor Ramon beating the shit out of Bob Backlund.
Opie.
He reminds me of Danny Ainge.
Yeah. And Razor
What you know about
Ramon
some
had,
Danny Ainge?
I like
What
the
you
Celtics.
know about some Danny Ainge?
He was the Celtics, like, not manager. What's the guy who?
like a GM.
GM, yeah,
basketball
general manager.
operation or
When
something.
I started watching them, but also, yeah, he's on the Larry Bird teams. Danny
Yeah,
Ainge.
Danny was a monster back in the 80s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's tough. We'll be watching the playoffs. Playoffs are starting WrestleMania weekend too. So the Celtics are
Yep.
the number 2 seed. I don't know. We don't know who we're playing yet.
Wait, did you decide you're watching it?
Nah,
Yeah, we'll watch it.
the
Okay.
play-ins are tomorrow.
Right.
Those don't count.
They count.
Play-ins count as playoff games?
They
I
count.
guess I can see them
They
stepping it up for that, yeah.
Yeah, because like right now, y'all don't have a team to go against right now, okay? Y'all got to
Right.
see who
Yeah.
wins these play-ins to see who y'all gonna play.
And the Cavs got number 1. I didn't see that before the season
What?
started. The Cavs are the number 1 seed in the East.
Who's on their team?
I haven't been watching
yeah,
this year.
yeah.
I haven't-
That's the thing. They're a team. They play
Yeah,
good
right.
as a team. It's no
Mhm.
one-man band.
They were like
I know
that last
Tristan
year,
Thompson's
too.
still on the team.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I think so, isn't he?
Do you remember when
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
LeBron left
Yeah.
and he was like, "We don't need him. We can win a championship again next year without him," and everyone was like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah, that was silly.
Uh,
But yeah, they're number 1 in the East, and Oklahoma City's number 1 in the West. And that's that.
did Marcus Smart's team make the playoffs?
No,
Oh.
he's on the Wizards now, and they suck.
What?
He's on Washington.
No.
Yeah, poor thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's my
He in
favorite.
purgatory. Yeah, he in purgatory.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
He's one of my
it's like a
favorites,
hunted
too.
down in Washington, like a stalker.
Yeah, Razor.
That was the only
Really
match so far
exciting.
that's not been
Mhm.
great.
Yeah. Who did he get traded for?
I don't know.
Not to dwell on basketball, but just
so
a
he
shocking
went-
and
I
heartbreaking.
used to know everything about the
He
NBA,
went
but
to
this
the
year,
Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus Smart got traded to the Grizzlies. Then the Grizzlies released him, and then the Wizards picked him up.
How do you release Marcus Smart, man?
Oh my god, because you're an idiot. When was the last time the Grizzlies won anything?
Never.
Yeah, see, that's why. Because they're stupid. I do a social emotional learning lesson about Marcus Smart at my school.
Is that right?
Yeah. About how Marcus Smart gives 110% every game.
Sure.
Every game is a playoff game for Marcus Smart.
That's
You like
fair.
Marcus Smart.
I love it. So now we got Money Incorporated defending against the Mega Maniacs, Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake, and this is where they
Mhm.
bloody Brutus's face, I believe. Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
I would imagine that would do it. Can I show them?
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
you can get it.
Oh. Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I got K something last week. Don't.
What you gonna spoil Mama K with? Yo,
So
I
I
love
know.
all the way all the belts looked around that time.
I now have an IRS action figure. It comes with a
That's
briefcase,
sweet.
with a pair of glasses, and with a
World
belt.
Tag Team title belt.
World Tag Team title belts. IRS. Bam.
He got the belt and the suitcase in there. That's what's up.
This is one of my favorite gimmicks of all time in wrestling. It's just so funny.
That's a good game.
Erwin R. Scheiser.
That's a great. Oh, it's a great
But
name.
it works.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And the suspenders, and he's a good wrestler. I love it.
Very good wrestler.
Oh my gosh, I hope he comes to WrestleCade.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Oh my god.
Bray Wyatt's father.
Yeah. Is Bo Dallas still wrestling in WWE?
He's still signed with WWE, but he's not wrestling.
So the
I haven't
Wyatt.
seen them in a good
or the-
2-3 months now. It feels like.
I'll watch WWE again if they put them back on TV.
Oh wait, you're not watching them anymore?
Nah, I don't have time. I don't have time. Yeah, just
We'll do the
I'm just
PLEs.
gonna watch the PLEs. I don't have time for Raw and SmackDown
Are we doing predictions for the belt or just predictions for fun?
for the belt.
Well, we don't watch it.
I don't care.
Yeah. I've been petitioning for a while.
Oh shit, we
get
got to do a
something.
prediction show this week.
Yeah, you said you picked a day. You picked Thursday.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You already also said it on this show, I think.
All right. No,
No, Thursday's Collision.
Thursday's Collision. We got to.
Oh, we said Tuesday.
Did we? We
You
did.
did.
But we didn't. No.
I'm not
That's the
doing a
only day
prediction show.
y'all
I'm
have
making a
off is
prediction.
Tuesday.
All right. Well, we're doing a WrestleMania prediction show tomorrow night.
Scheduled for us. I appreciate that.
So Switch, if you want to join us.
Oh, you know that. We got to
Sorry about
defend
the
them
short
belts,
notice.
man. All good. That'll give me
We
enough
got to
time
defend.
to pull up
We
the
got to
card
defend our
tomorrow.
belt.
Yeah. I'll pull up the card. Matter of fact, I might do that after we get off tonight. Go ahead and pull out the card and get my predictions up. Because they did put the whole card up now.
Except the Randy Orton match, right?
Yeah.
So we won't pick that because we don't even know who he's facing.
Oh, you have a Dynamite background.
Huh? Oh shit, I do. I just realized I had the Dynamite in the background.
You didn't realize it. I realized it.
Yeah, Kay realized it. Bam. There's WrestleMania 9.
Because you had the WrestleMania.
I did.
I think maybe when I logged in on the computer, it's
Okay, I did have WrestleMania back there. Yeah.
So Eric says, "How come Bray is not in the Hall of Fame yet?"
I don't know. That's a great question. Yeah. Should
be. The matter of fact, IRS said he felt it was too soon and still too emotional for him to do it because they wanted to do it the year that he passed. And IRS was like, no, not yet. Not yet.
That was so
I have to stop watching documentaries on Hogan because the more stories I hear about Hogan, the more it turns me off to him. And I've always been a Hogan fan, but I keep hearing stories and stories and stories. And I'm like, come on, Hogan.
Yeah. I still love him though. I mean, he was one of my favorites growing up. I left him out. My favorites at this point were Hulk Hogan, Lex Luger, and Tatanka.
What's up with Brutus's mask? That's awesome.
Brutus was in a parasailing accident in 1990.
That's right. He broke his face.
Broke his face. Ended up with like 20 screws in his face or some shit like that, holding his face together.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
He is still alive. We saw him at WrestleCade.
We need to get our picture with him.
Yeah, we should have.
Hopefully he'll come back.
Look at that. Ted DiBiase making sure he protecting the Hulkster. No headshots, all back shots.
So this match was supposed to be Money Incorporated versus the Nasty Boys, but then Hogan decided he was coming back, and so they replaced him with the Mega Maniacs here. And then the Nasty Boys, they went to Europe, and something happened, and they ended up getting suspended, and then they got fired, and then they went to WCW.
Yep.
See if I can on my Twitch get rid of those people.
I see somebody with the Larry Johnson jersey.
What? Oh, I see it. Ha! Grandmama.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
I used to love it because that's really my name. That's what I go by. It's LJ. My name is James Lewis. So all my life, they've called me LJ because I'm a junior. James Lewis Jr., so they would just call me LJ, which is kind of backwards. But my dad doesn't even go by James. He goes by Leon. My full name is James Leon Lewis Jr. So I guess it's supposed to be Leon Jr.
There you go.
How do I get rid of these people?
I don't know. I don't know about Twitch.
I'll worry about that later.
God, that ad looks horrible, though.
Yeah, it's rough.
Oh. Oh. Ew. Do you remember? It's like Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, a little.
That made him look so much cooler. Do you remember when he got hit in the eye in Ring of Honor? And it was
Yep.
like black, like the white part was black for, I don't know, it was almost a year, wasn't it? It was like 6 to 9 months.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was
I think
forever.
they said it kind of like blew out from taking one of them spine busters. He said after that it just went. But Asa, that doesn't look like a jet ski accident. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
That looks like Macho took his fist and popped Hogan right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the story I believe. Yeah.
Because how do you hit your face? Just one eye?
Just one eye with a jet ski, yeah.
Just this part of your eye? Like, yeah. He should have just come out and be like, you should see the other guy, you know? The end.
Jet
ski
ski
accident.
No, the way they explained it in the storyline is that Money Incorporated jumped him. And gave him the black eye.
Correction. Money Incorporated paid somebody to jump him.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yep.
I like that. Not that he corrected you, but I mean, I like that they were evil. Yeah, they paid people.
No, it's good. It's important to get things right.
Yeah, I thought that that's what they were going to go with in AEW with the Vendetta.
The Vendetta?
Isn't that their name? What are they called?
The Hurt Business?
No, the Vendetta.
Who the fuck's the Vendetta?
What were they called?
It was about the girls?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 She's
Look at me
right.
like I'm crazy. Anyway, I thought that's where they were going with that, and then it just went nowhere. But like that was such a good idea. Especially when Camille and like Monet still had their thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Camille?
She was filming Queen of the Ring and then was doing press for Queen of the Ring, and then I have no idea. But I mean, that's over. Like, I have no idea. Maybe they're just trying to wait for a moment to bring her back in a spot where she can kind of stay elevated. It's like they replaced her with Megan Bayne, honestly.
That's what I
as
felt
far as like that strength of character, you know?
Yeah.
Oof. That mask does look pretty cool on Brutus, though, you know?
Oh, it looks awesome.
It
yeah.
does.
I wonder if they're going to do like she keeps her undefeated streak for a really long time, and then Camille comes back to challenge her. And it's like.
Ben lost.
Wait, who did she lose to?
Tony Storm.
Oh, wait, shit, I forgot. Never mind. Scratch that.
The Hulkster. First match in a year. Had his retirement match at WrestleMania 8 against Sid Justice, better known as Sid Vicious.
What if they get all of Money Incorporated? Wait, no, they can't get Virgil.
Ah! Huh?
I was thinking about for WrestleCade.
Oh.
Yeah. God, poor Virgil.
Virgil long gone too.
Yeah.
He went quickly.
Yeah, he did.
That was sad.
I think about him every time I hear the word meatballs.
He was obsessed with Italian food
Yes,
and the Olive Garden.
I followed him on Twitter and Instagram, and meatballs like in every post.
Yeah,
it was very.
There's a video game with Virgil. You play as him, and he like collects meatballs.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
It's a mobile game. I forget what it's called, but it's out there. I think I have. Oh, it's called Meat Sauce Madness.
What in the world?
That's a good name.
That's what it's called.
So, Eric saying Randy Savage never liked Hogan in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were friends at the beginning, and then with Miss Elizabeth, they're kind of like, ooh.
Yeah. That's the way I understand it. Yeah. They were friends and kind of went back and forth, and then eventually did not like each other at all. Yeah.
Y'all ever heard Randy's rap album when he was dissing?
Not the
Hogan?
album, but I remember I've heard that one song. Yeah,
I think you played that one song for me.
It's a whole album. I just went back and played it a month ago.
Oh really?
Oh my
gosh. I gotta catch it. I gotta listen to that.
So speaking about weird people having albums, have you heard the Freddy Krueger album?
Huh?
Freddy Krueger has an album, and so does the Crypt Keeper, right?
Crypt Keeper just did. Oh no, it
No,
was
he has an album.
It was
Yeah.
an album. But the
Yeah.
the Freddy album is where it's at.
Yeah.
What is
yeah.
it called?
Never. No, I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, look
Yeah.
that up. Freddy Krueger
Yeah.
album.
There's like a whole world of like horror movie music that's not in the horror movies, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and
I
Freddy
gotta check
sings.
that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Freddy sings some of the songs, or he kind of talks. Well, no, he kind of sings.
Kind of sings. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well,
Who
y'all
does the
took it back with
Amityville
the
one?
Crypt
That's my
Keeper.
favorite.
Lovebug Starsky.
Yeah, Lovebug Starsky, Amityville.
Amityville.
Amityville is so good.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Uh,
The House on the Hill.
yeah.
Amityville.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely checking those out.
You should check out the Purple Stuff podcast. That's where I heard a lot of that for the
Purple
first
Stuff.
time. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
you'd like
said
it. It's all,
yeah.
You said the Crypt Keeper too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the show that got me started in horror right there. Tales
Oh,
from the
really
Crypt.
awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was not supposed to watch it, but we had HBO, so I would watch it.
Yep.
I was terrified of him before I even knew who he was because I would see him in
I
like
loved it.
on TV and in the
Yeah.
video stores. And
I remember when we was in 3rd grade, we were so in love with that show that we tried to write our own magazine style
That's
off
awesome.
of that when I was in
That's
3rd grade.
I didn't
Called
understand.
Terraville.
Oh,
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's really
That's
cool.
awesome. I enjoyed it, but it's like I didn't understand most of the episodes, you know?
We've been working our way through them, kind of. We're working our way through so many shows that we just kind of rotate through them
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah, I had saw on YouTube that they had put them on YouTube, so I had started watching them about
Oh,
3-4 months ago. They put the whole
Very cool.
episodes on there.
Yeah, you have a box set, don't you?
It's not box set, but I have all the DVDs. Yeah.
See, you smart, Ace. So me and my brother said we're gonna start collecting DVDs again and DVD
Mm-hmm.
players because you never know when they come in handy.
Exactly. We got a 3D Blu-ray player, and then we got one in the box ready to go.
Back
too.
up one for when that one dies.
Yeah. We don't have
We
a
don't
backup
have an
3D
extra
TV though, but whatever.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, cheating.
The cheating.
I love when they cheat.
Well, I don't know if you saw. I think Money Incorporated got disqualified, but then the ref said that the match continues.
Oh, no, I did not see that.
Yeah. It was a count out or disqualification.
So Eric says, this is Hogan's final WrestleMania, and Hulk Hogan comes back to win WrestleMania 18 and 02?
18.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that was the match with The Rock.
Hogan beat The Rock?
No, The Rock. I think The Rock won, yeah. But it was The Rock.
Oh, I read it wrong. I got you.
The Rock versus Hogan. It was a bit, I mean, the crowd was so into that match.
I read the WM as win, because, you know.
WrestleMania, yeah. Hogan's final WrestleMania, yeah. Until then.
Are we dressing up for WrestleMania?
Are we dressing up?
Yeah, last year we dressed up as, like, people.
Did we?
Yeah.
Was that last year or the year
Oh,
before?
either way. I mean, we didn't watch it last year.
We didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
It was 2 years
it's
ago.
again, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You want to dress up like a wrestler? I got my plan already. No, we better take it.
What?
We'll be IRS.
There you go. You got to get a shirt and suspenders.
You have a shirt. I'm going to borrow your shirt. I just need suspenders.
Okay. There you go. Go to Goodwill.
Oh, wait, I need a short sleeve shirt. Do you have a shirt that doesn't fit you anymore that I can cut the sleeves off of?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's probably one over there.
Mm-hmm.
Not a white one, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who I'll be. 2 years ago, I was Dominic Mysterio.
It was good. I like it anyway. He got the wig and everything.
That's
Uh-uh.
true. I don't know where that wig is. I had a mustache and a wig and like a purple and black plaid shirt.
I was Rhea Ripley. It was horrifying. It did not look good at all. I'm not good at stuff like
That was
that.
Dylan.
Dylan.
I don't remember.
Was he Paulie?
Paulie Dangerously?
Paul
I
Hayes.
could see him
Oh, yeah,
doing that.
Paul.
Yeah.
He might have been. I think he was because we used to tell him he looked like Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman, so I think that's what he dressed up as.
I think that may be right. I think that's right.
I have a new suggestion for him.
And then Wolf didn't do it, and then we made him. We made him do it, but I can't remember who he
I was about to
dressed up
say,
as.
what was Wolf?
I don't remember. If you want to see us in costume, go 2 years back and watch our WrestleMania 39 watch along.
And we had different costumes the next night because it was 2 nights.
On that.
Oh, don't look at me as a Ray Ripley. It's not good. It's not good at all.
Which watch along was that?
WrestleMania 39.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to see this.
It was pretty fun.
When I don't know if that one with Dylan where we did the AEW entrances, if that's still on the internet. Because like he took his channel down. I wonder if it's on ours.
I don't know.
Yeah, when Dylan first started, like when we all first started doing watch-alongs together, Dylan had us dress up for AEW pay-per-views, and he had us do like entrances, dressed as them.
He was MJF,
yeah,
of course.
And MJF said he saw it.
What?
Yeah. When he met MJF, he said that he was like, from whatever his podcast was called at that time, and that he had dressed up as him, and MJF was like, "Oh yeah, I know that." Yeah. I was Orange Cassidy for that one.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. I don't remember who I was, though.
I don't know.
We might do that for WrestleMania. I don't know. Switch, you're already halfway there with the do-rag from Macho Man.
Hey, Nelson Kelso says, "Hey, what's up, guys? How's the show going?" It's going well.
Going good.
Yeah.
I like WrestleMania 9.
I do too. I don't understand that the main event
this
has to
match
go
is better
so
than I
horribly
thought it
wrong
was.
or something. Say that again.
This match was even better than I thought it was.
I agree.
It's a lot longer than I thought it was too, which I like. I'm gonna move this out of the way. What's with that?
I think she's dead in the kitchen.
No.
She tired herself out today.
Oh, did you take her on a walk?
No, she just stayed outside and ran around all day.
They should have just kept this outfit, Brutus. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks like what they should have done with ASH or whatever she was called. What was her name?
Ash by Elegance?
No. What's not her name? The superhero?
Oh,
what was her name? Nikki Cross? No, but I mean
almost a superhero. ASH.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was right. Yeah. Okay. That's the kind of mask they should have had her wear.
Brutus Beefcake talking about somebody with a lot of gimmicks.
So I got a question.
What?
Did y'all dress up for WCW Halloween Havoc 94 watch along too?
Yes.
We
did that this year too. I mean, we used to dress up for the Halloween Havocs. Wait, say it again?
Who are you supposed to be looking like a stunner on this joint? Looking like a little model.
Who were you?
Oh, it's Tony Storm, I think, maybe.
For Halloween Havoc?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember. Is my hair like in kind of like curlery things, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah, it was Tony Storm.
Yeah, because it was Halloween.
I had a black robe, yeah.
We didn't do just WCW, we just did Halloween.
I think I was Thunder Rosa for one.
Asa just got the mustache. This is so weird looking, yo.
The Thunder Rosa, I think, was my best one.
Wait, who was I? Do you know?
Can't tell. Tony Schiavone? No, the mustache.
No. Maybe that was
Jim
Dominic. No.
Jim Cornette.
No.
I
can't remember, but I know it's not them.
Hold up. Let me see something.
Look at that.
She's gonna look it
up.
up.
94.
Halloween Havoc 94. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Halloween Havoc 94 watching along.
Yeah, we used to do costumes all the time.
Mama K had the lipstick popping. I don't know, Asa.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know if we're gonna know when
Asa, why you look older back then than you do now?
I don't know that either.
Oh man, hey yo, I like y'all old logo too, yo.
Like the what?
The old
Dude, you look
logo
like
that
a
y'all had.
creep.
It's like a black background with a referee, and it's purple. Says "No Bones About Wrestling" and
Oh,
green
that was
and
Right.
our
purple.
logo. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
That was
that
our
logo.
original logo.
Who
Yeah,
am
doesn't
I?
look alright. Oh wait, you're Ted Lasso.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
was Ted
Ted
Lasso.
Lasso.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I had the mustache.
Yeah. Like a creep from the 70s.
Yeah, it wasn't the best Ted Lasso, but that's who I was.
Yeah.
I ended up did I buy that Ted Lasso costume?
Yes,
No.
you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
We have it still?
Oh, maybe you returned it.
I don't think I bought it.
Well, we had already bought the costume scarf from that Christmas thing like
Yeah.
the year before.
I don't think I bought it.
No, you did because we have the Boss Biscuits box that came with the costume.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's somewhere. I don't know. Yeah,
We
I
ended
worked
up-
at Spirit Halloween the last 2 years, so that job is fun.
Oh yeah, that's where I do all my Halloween shopping at.
Cause like you can just disappear from the floor and come back in a costume. Like they want you to do that, you know.
Man.
So like every day I would just I'd like work for a couple hours and then just like go pick some costume and dress up and then come back out on the floor and help people. It was so much fun.
I have one more year of trick or treating to do. I think my daughter's just probably be her last year of me going with her trick or treating. So I'm going to enjoy it this year. And then next year, I'm trying to build a haunted maze in my backyard
Awesome.
with a bunch of tarps and stuff. Yeah,
That was cool.
That's very cool.
Me and my dad gonna go all out because we love doing that stuff.
What was that
We used to
documentary
do-
we watched?
We're big Halloween people.
Yeah. What was that? It's like
I'm wearing my Halloween Havoc shirt right now.
you should look at the Halloween Havoc. What was it? 95 costumes. That's when I was Thunder Rosa. Yeah, and Dasa was a
Okay.
Ghostbuster.
I was
And
Ghostbuster.
Dylan often just dressed as MJF, I think. Although in this one maybe he was McFoley. I'm not sure. Wait, that's the wrong one.
It's not Mick Foley.
No, he's MJF in this one, I think. Yeah, MJF.
So Jimmy Hart turned his jacket inside out to be a ref's jacket and counted the pin.
Wait, say that again.
So the ref got knocked down. Jimmy Hart got in, turned his jacket inside out to show that it was a referee jacket, and he counted the 1, 2, 3.
And then the Mega Maniacs got disqualified, so Money Incorporated keeps the belts.
Yeah, get him.
You can't cheer for Money Incorporated.
I will always cheer for Money Incorporated. Wouldn't give Ted DiBiase his own belt, so he made it himself,
That was awesome.
Awesome. One of the coolest looking belts also ever.
True.
Yeah. All right, so Eric, did you already put that one up?
Nope.
Okay. Eric says 93 was the year.
Nope. Shit.
Oh, I missed that. Was that the ref?
That was the ref.
Oh. 93 was the year the old WWF had 5 pay-per-view events. KOTR.
King of the Ring.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that stands for King of the Ring.
I gotcha.
Bret Hart won. And then 94, Owen Hart won. 95, Mabel won.
Really?
Yeah, that was terrible.
King Mabel. Oh gosh.
I don't remember who won 96. Might have been Stone Cold. No.
That might have been Stone Cold.
96 or 97 he won.
I think 97 Triple H won. But
See, I was thinking maybe 98, but I think you're right. I think 97 Triple H. 98 was Ken Shamrock. '99 was Billy Gunn because I was there. That's all I remember. I used to love King of the Ring.
I did too.
One night tournament. It was so cool. With like the guys who usually didn't get the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the matches have been good except for the Bob Backlund and Razor,
Yep.
which wasn't like that bad. It was just nothing.
Yep. So Triple H won it in 1997, and
Yeah.
Stone Cold won it in '96.
Okay. Which is when he coined the term Austin 316.
Says I just whipped your ass.
Yep.
Poor Billy Gunn. Every time I think of the King of Ring Joan, all I think about is that daggone Rock promo. Bob, but my name's Billy. It doesn't. Oh, he ate Billy Gunn up that night on the mic.
I don't think what else was on that show. I think Stone Cold had a handicap match against Shane and Vince McMahon.
Yep.
And I think there was The Undertaker and The Rock, maybe. I think it was.
When you hear Hogan music, you can't do nothing but get pumped for it.
That's true.
He's got good music. What is in that briefcase?
Cash money.
Oh, so this is an IRS's briefcase.
That is IRS's briefcase.
Okay.
They left it.
Oh, well, that's very irresponsible of them.
Is irresponsible?
Is it going to explode? Oh.
No, it's not going to explode. There's a brick. Oh, my God.
They stole that from
original money in the briefcase.
But yeah, right. Like he said, there's real money.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really. And they give it out to the crowd.
That's
yeah,
so
Vince used to let them do that. Maybe let
That's
Andre
crazy.
do it one time.
Yep.
Take money, throw it to the crowd.
Can you imagine doing that nowadays? Like someone would get shanked.
Yeah.
For like $3. We've all seen Batman '89. We know what happens.
What happens?
When you throw money
Oh,
to the
yeah.
crowd.
Hubba, hubba, hubba. Money, money, money.
Yeah. Asking me what
Who you
happened.
going to trust? Me?
Yeah.
And where is the Batman? He's at home washing his tights.
You should move
My
to North
greatest
Carolina so
Batman
we
of
can
all
hang out.
time. I just told my brother we at least have to stop by and see y'all. We're coming down there to see my friend Cuddy that's in one of our music videos in June.
Mhm.
I was like, look, if we go down there, we got to at least stop by and say hi to my wrestling fam. So we're going to try to make that happen.
Awesome.
We could move to Virginia where weed's legal and teachers
But
get
y'all
paid.
got the wrestling though right there.
That's true.
I got the wrestling right there.
Also, I work
And
at
my family's here.
And my family's
Her family's
Yeah.
here.
And I work at the world's best school.
We get like maybe 2 of those Cosmic Cons here every year. And we might only get 4 wrestlers on there. Like I think this year we might have I think Farouk is coming.
Cool.
And what's the 2 guys' name that Morton and
Gibson.
I'm drawing a blank right now. Yeah.
Are you talking about Ricky Morton?
Yeah.
They're coming, and I think
the Rock and Roll
Hacksaw.
Express.
Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah. Yeah, they're here a lot. Ricky Morton's son wrestles in AML sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. What's his name?
Yeah.
Casey?
Carrie
Morton?
Carrie Morton.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Pretty positive. Y'all should come down. I know it's Thanksgiving weekend and that makes it hard, but y'all should come down for a WrestleCade sometime.
It's awesome.
Just
the wrestlers
unbelievable.
everywhere. Like I said, you'll be getting a picture with somebody. Like I said, we've got like a picture with Jake the Snake, and then right beside him is Brutus Beefcake. On the other side of him is Magnum TA. And you look over here, and there's the Acclaimed, and like, it's surreal seeing all those guys together.
Not walking in the rooms where the wrestlers were, it would be like, oh, there's Danhausen on his cell phone.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, oh, there's Mustafa Ali talking to somebody,
just hanging out.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Just everybody. I mean, indie guys, WWE, AEW, old guys, just everybody.
And they have like events at night too. We didn't go to any of them, but like the Hardys did a concert. What's the?
We went to the wrestling matches.
What's the people? The
Bradshaw.
What are they called?
APA.
Yeah, APA. They did like a night out with APA where they went like bar hopping, I think.
Oh Lord, geez.
Yeah.
I could not try to keep up with them two.
Yeah, no. But yeah, they have a bunch of cool stuff. Oop. And they did like a documentary preview. What's it called when they unveil something? Premiere, thank you.
Yeah, the premiere.
Yeah. That's Mr. Perfect, yeah? Kurt Hennig.
Yes, Lord. Mr. Perfect. The perfect one. He was awesome. I just love hearing the backstage stories about him because they said he was such a ribber.
Oh, yeah.
He would go around. So you know how the wrestlers have those duffel bags? He would take those locks with the screw combination on them, and he would just put them on their duffel bags, and they can't even get into their duffel bags. Like stuff like that. Like I love Kurt Hennig. I love Mr. Perfect.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette real quick.
No, you're gonna miss Lex Luger.
I can see from there. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Asa has started occasionally smoking, which I'm not a fan of. Cigarettes.
Oh, God damn it. Oh,
I caught it with my feet. Thank you. He knocked over a tripod and I just caught it with my legs. Bam. Cat leg reflexes.
That's right.
Let me move that out of the way real quick.
We have the narcissist Lex Luger walking to the ring. I think this might have been his debut. His in-ring debut, maybe.
On the screen here.
Yeah, you know how Vince was back then.
Golden thongs and like golden fishnet stockings.
God almighty.
Yeah.
I never really realized that.
Yeah.
Hey, up in them Jones. Great. Damn morning.
Yeah, that's don't know if that would be classified as family friendly today. Man, Luger is like an action figure. Oh, so Eric says the day after WrestleMania, Raw was a taped show the next night that year. Oh, weird. Huh.
Okay.
I wonder why they decided to do that. I guess because they... Wait, what?
Well, I know back then they used to tape a Raw, then they'll go live. They'll tape and go live. And then when WCW started giving their matches away, they was like, fuck it, we just got to go live from now on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of butt cheeks right there.
It is a sea of butt cheeks. Plus, you know, Vince was like, I'm going to pick those girls out. Go ahead and send me pictures of their butts. I'll pick out which ones I like.
Oh, man. Look at Luger. I'm so glad he's going into the Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, me too. Yeah. That's genius with the girls with the mirrors, though, for him is like the ultimate narcissist. Very clever.
Yes, it works.
Yeah.
It's crazy looking at him right here and then seeing how fragile he is now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it weren't for the fact that he has such high spirits about his life now, I would probably feel like real sad about it, but he's in
Yeah.
a good place.
Yeah. Asa's mom like loves him. Like I think the only reason she's still on X is because of Lex Luger. Because she just like his attitude about life and like how he feels about like God and everything and just the positivity that he posts every day. Like
Yeah.
she always interacts with him on there. And so when he came to WrestleCade, she was like, I'm gonna come, because she doesn't normally come to wrestling things, but that she does occasionally. But this was like the biggest thing she's come to. And it was so she could have her picture taken with Lex Luger and meet him, and she was just so excited. But yeah, he was in a wheelchair and like just he was very frail looking when we saw him. But I mean he's been working with DDP and
yeah, I've been
that's
watching that. Like
exciting.
DDP, I think he's put up 2 clips of him working out. I mean, he looks good, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looks good. But if anybody can get him right, DDP can.
Yeah, I follow DDP on Instagram and he posts some like excerpts of like I don't know if they're speeches at conventions or speeches at like graduations, but that man is like the best motivational speaker I have ever heard.
Ooh.
DDP.
Oh yeah.
I was watching something like the other day and like he almost had me like in tears, not because it was sad, but just because of like how like hopeful and positive it was.
Yep.
It's just
DDP
awesome.
is what he got me into. I only do the beginning, the beginner's DDP yoga because the rest of it is too hard. So I do the beginner's DDP yoga and my body, I can play basketball again.
That's awesome. You got to tell us how you started because I bought Asa like the full set. And both of us like
no, I did it at first, but now I'm fat. So
no, but when you started, you said it was like way harder than you thought it was, and that you're starting at probably the wrong level. So if you have any like tips, please throw them our way because we would both really like to do it.
We gotta do it lazy style.
Yeah.
So
this is where
if that was a problem for you, Asa, I would do Stevie Richards' DDP class, the one where he starts off with the chair.
Yeah.
He starts off doing it with the chair. Because I had my mama doing that because my mama has real bad back problems. And she started I showed her Stevie Richards one with the chair yoga, and it was only like 15, 20 minutes. And she was able to get through that the first time.
Wow.
So she started doing that, and then she moved over to the beginner's joke that I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we need to try that.
That's so good that you got your mom doing it. So Eric says, how come WWF turned Lex a face in 93?
So they needed somebody to replace Hogan.
Looking for a new Hulk Hogan.
And he had the body. Vince loved, the guys with bodies. And and that's why. So Lex showed up July 4th on the deck of the USS Intrepid. They had wrestlers trying to body slam Yokozuna. They had football players trying to body slam him. Lex Luger shows up in a helicopter on the deck of this, battleship and body slams Yokozuna, and the crowd goes crazy.
Was that his first appearance?
As a face.
Oh, okay. I think that was his first appearance in wrestling, and I was like, holy shit.
No, this is April.
Okay.
That's July.
So when did the Lex
cool
Express?
Entrance too.
Yeah.
When did the Lex Express happen?
Immediately after. Because Bret Hart was supposed to get the title shot.
Mm-hmm.
He won King of the Ring. It was supposed to be Yokozuna versus Hart rematch. But then Lex Luger toured the country in a bus, the Lex Express, and got a petition signed, and he took Bret Hart's title shot.
Oh, he just took it?
Yeah, because the petition.
In reality, what happened?
They just gave it to Lex.
Oh. Bret couldn't have been too happy about that.
When is Bret ever happy? I love Bret.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yep.
There's Luger. There's Luger at SummerSlam that year.
That's a throwback right there.
Oh yeah, he won, but he won by count out.
You bought that after we met him, right?
Yes, I bought it after.
I
would have got that signed.
Yeah, that's Throwback magazine right there.
Oh yeah,
gosh.
That's one of the cool things about the independent.
Taking me back to my childhood.
Yeah, I got this for like $5.
Yeah, they have tables of like people selling old wrestling stuff. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but with the way that Lex was back then, that it wasn't going to work because even Lex admits back then he didn't like dealing with the fans and all that stuff. So where Hogan, he was all about being around the crowd and the fans and stuff. And then Lex really wasn't that good on the mic. They should have left Lex as a heel with Bobby speaking for him.
I don't know. I love the American Lex Luger, but I hear what you're saying, but I loved it.
It's so funny that he's like so good with people now, at least on the internet. I guess that's different.
Well, and in person, he's
nice. Oh, yeah.
He's real nice to us. Well, I think his perspective on life kind of changed, you know.
Yeah.
So what, watching that documentary about WrestleMania, remember they said that this match started and Kurt Hennig said they locked up and Kurt Hennig was like, "What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?" And Lex, like you said, he was a ribber, Kurt Hennig, and Lex thought he was joking, but he wasn't. Like Mr. Perfect forgot the entire match.
Was he on drugs or he just forgot?
I don't know if he did drugs. I think he did, but I'm not sure about that.
Because there's another match where they had like planned out the whole match. We talked about it like a few weeks ago.
Oh, that was Bret Hart and the British Bulldog.
Yes, yeah.
At SummerSlam '92.
Yeah.
Perfect did party a little bit.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he did party a little bit.
Everybody did back then. It seems. Excuse me. It seems like.
Even Sting.
I don't know about Sting.
Sting doesn't seem like a party.
Sting did party before he found God, because that's what made him and Lex separate for a while, because him and Lex would always be on the road together partying. And then when Sting said he had found God, him and Lex wasn't kicking it that much until the accident happened on the plane.
It's really interesting how many wrestlers like have found religion later in life.
Yeah.
Because a lot of their books, like when I ask you how they are, it's like it's good, but they talk more about religion than wrestling sometimes, you know?
Lex Luger, Ted DiBiase, Sting, Vince Russo,
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho?
I don't know. I think he's always been a Christian. Jericho. I'm not sure though. Chris Jericho's a good guy. Every time somebody's like in the hospital or something like that, you always hear, "Oh, Chris Jericho donated $10,000 or some shit." Like almost every time something like that happens.
He did something for Garcia when he was injured. Laid up in the hospital. Yeah, when Garcia when like AEW was first starting out. Garcia was in the hospital for something real. I can't remember what it was, but Jericho went up there and dropped some money on his bills and everything.
That's awesome. I should have money to do that,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I would love that. Just be able to give away money to people that need it.
Even this has been a good match. Like I said, I really don't get why this event is panned. I really don't.
And if it wasn't for the fact that I watched that documentary, I wouldn't have noticed those two slip-ups in this match.
Wait, I missed it. Yeah. What documentary are you talking about?
There's a documentary that got released on the 11th called Becoming a Spectacle, WrestleMania IX.
Oh.
It's pretty interesting.
Who made it?
WWE.
Oh, okay.
It was all footage that they shot, or not all. It was mostly footage that they shot in '93, and it was in like the vault until now.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that. We should watch that.
Very interesting.
Oh, have you already watched it?
Yeah, I already watched it.
Oh, okay. I should watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's very good.
Yeah, Asa told me about it, and as soon as we got off of here, I went straight to watching that joint, and it was good.
It was good. Nope.
I remember a lot of people was complaining about Lex's in-ring work, but I always thought Lex was pretty good in the ring, man.
I agree.
I was going to say, I never heard that, but I guess I mainly talked to you.
Yeah.
You love him, so I guess that makes sense.
WCW World Champion a couple times.
Yep. Like when he finally went back to WCW, Eric Bischoff tried to throw a contract at him that he just knew Lex was going to turn down. And Lex like, nah, I'll take it.
Lex Luger, when he's selling stuff, he makes the same noise as when he's punching people.
Yep.
Oh, really?
He's like, ooh, ooh. Listen.
See, now I'm not going to unhear it, Asa.
You've just ruined Lex Luger matches for all of our viewers. Now I need to hear him do it with a punch because he's just been getting beaten on.
A friend of mine said one time he saw Lex Luger get like body slammed or something, and he landed on the mat and then like lifted his head up and did this. Like he was adjusting his hair and then went back down. So that was always his Lex Luger impression.
I'd like AEW to do more like someone is so dazed that they go for a move and they miss. Like not a lot,
Yeah.
but like sprinkle it in every once in a blue moon, you know?
Bam. Luger gets the win.
That's good. Yeah, because I mean, if you get hit in the head enough in a match, you would assume that you're disoriented to the point where you might swing it. Oh,
The only thing I will say negative about this show is there are some screwy finishes, you know?
mhm.
Yeah.
Like Tatanka won by count out. Doink won when he beat, you know, whatever. There were two Doinks.
Mhm.
Money Incorporated, the match got restarted, and then Money Incorporated won by DQ.
Oh yeah.
Lex Luger won with Mr. Perfect's legs on the ropes. I mean, so there's some weird finishes going on.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yep. So we should have what, two matches left, I think.
I don't know. We got Bret Hart versus Yokozuna and The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez.
Oh.
I think that's it.
Is that good?
No. No, are you fucking crazy?
Well, I thought maybe no. I should have known. So Eric Tate's saying, I wish Sting never went to AEW. Sting should have went to WWE Hall of Fame with Lex. Going to disagree with you
I
there.
disagree with that too, yeah.
I feel like he got the best send off I've really seen a wrestler get.
Yeah.
For like their actual finalist, presumably their actual final match.
And that was when Darby Allin almost died also.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope Tony Khan does let him induct Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Is it Tony that's holding him back? I thought it was WWE.
I think it's Tony.
Oh, that's shitty.
I think it's Tony.
No, he loves Sting so much. If it was Tony, he would let him do it.
I don't know. That's just what I've read.
I just heard that they got to get permission from Tony.
Well, I mean, they've already hinted that Sting's going to be at All In this year.
Yeah.
So I could see WWE not wanting him to be there.
No. So Shawn Michaels just attacked Mr. Perfect backstage.
How did I not notice Randy Savage's outfit till now?
I don't know.
That's awesome. He's dressed like a building almost, you know?
Just like a building.
Like the
What
tiles,
the fuck are you
it's like intricate tile work in like a Roman bathroom.
I love it.
I love it too. He's just the best. Did you say this was JR's first
WWF.
WF?
Yep.
You think he was getting dressed for this and thought, what the fuck am I getting myself into?
Yes, I do.
As he put on his like robe.
Toga.
Well, yeah, I guess we can call it a toga.
You know what? I think there's a segment missing from this show.
Really?
Really?
I think I could have sworn there was a part where Sherry and Luna get into it backstage. I could be wrong, or it could just be remembering differently, but I swore that they got into it after this.
Man, those Romans, did you see how serious they looked? And that one guy was like, I'm on TV, but I'm not making a face because I'm supposed to be serious.
Here comes Giant Gonzalez, everybody.
Here we
Is
go.
it him
Here
in
we
the
go.
hairy bodysuit? Which,
Yeah, there he comes.
What?
Here we go.
What were they thinking?
I don't know.
So someone made that and thought it was good, and then they
Look
put
at
it
pubic
on
hair.
him. Yeah, I mean,
And that's the
It's not like a
downgraded
wolf
outfit. That's the
It's-
downgraded outfit because when he first came, he had real hair on his shoulders and crotch areas and stuff. It
Yeah.
was
So, like,
real hair at first.
that might have looked better. I haven't seen that one, but that sounds like it might have looked better than like
Yes.
painted on.
Look
Watch
at
the
it.
Royal
Oh my
Rumble
god, he's
for
got
this
a painted
one.
on butt.
Yeah, painted on butt with a butt crack.
And
So
see,
he
that
put on
was
the
covered
outfit
up in
and he
the
was
first
like,
one.
yes, I'm going to wear this. And Vince saw it and was like, yes, that is what you're going to wear.
Yeah.
How many people had to okay that before it got on a human on WrestleMania?
I don't know. It's weird, that's for sure.
Watching it once again, watching the documentary, Bruce Pritchard was still trying to sell it to us on the documentary. It was supposed to be flowing hair coming down his shoulders and crotch area.
So it was his idea, is what you're saying. It's Bruce Pritchard's fault.
It had to be.
Only the person that created it would defend that.
I love you.
Yeah. That's who I really wanted
to dress up as. That's who you need
exactly.
to dress up
See,
as.
I always wanted Dylan to dress up like him because I feel like Dylan kind of looks like him a little bit.
What, really?
Yeah, Bruce Pritchard.
No.
When he's painted up like, yeah, I think if we painted
I'll
Dylan
I'll
red.
paint my face red.
Okay, yeah, dude, that'd be great.
Slick my hair back. I already got the glasses, so I think I may do that.
But there is a vulture.
Yeah.
I know Taker wasn't for
He
this
just-
entrance, but this was a badass entrance in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
He didn't like
together
Ace
lovely. Yeah, the documentary, Taker was not for this. He
Because of the
was
bird
not
close
for
to
it.
his face.
Yes.
He looks very uncomfortable. I mean, I know he's not moving, but the way he's standing, like, he looks very tense about that bird.
Yeah.
They showing the rehearsals on the documentary, and Taker was not feeling it. The bird was flapping all around everywhere,
Yeah.
falling off the little posts.
There it goes.
I mean, yeah, that's birds of prey. You can train them well, but that's scary. Like, you never know what the fuck a wild animal's gonna
Well, that
do.
was his thing. He was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's gonna do.
Yeah, and like those talons, like his eyeball could have been gone.
Quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I cannot. So, like, okay, even if that was the idea from Bruce Pritchard, had they never seen the musculature of a human body before? Did you see the back of him?
Yeah.
Like, what are those muscles? And like,
Mhm.
look at
Yeah.
his hips. Like, what is happening?
I don't know. I have no explanation. Gotta be the worst costume in the history of pro wrestling.
His knees are not where his knees are on
Right.
his body.
True.
They're like 4 inches under his knees
Yeah.
on one of them, and the other one is kind of on the knee.
I just can't get over the pubic hair. Look at all that.
I mean, and Into the Woods, like the original Broadway, stage performance of it. There's a guy who dresses up like the Big Bad Wolf, and he has like a wolf dick, but he's like covered in hair, and so it doesn't look quite as shocking as that, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be like a play on Bigfoot, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Like
I
the
think so.
women, but oh my god, did they miss the mark on that? Like, or at least put the hair where logically hair.
Look at him
would be.
selling.
He's not good at anything, is he? Oh, I'm missing things. So, Jim Ross done a good job for his first WrestleMania. I agree. Switch, how come the old WWF had a green screen at the old WWF tapings in the late 80s?
How come? Whew.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me lie to you, but I do know that those tapings would last all day just for promos. It would last all day.
So the green screen allowed them to like tape a bunch of stuff and make it look like they were in different places? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah. But back then, like the 80s and the late 80s and early 90s, the way that it was, the promos was shot, it would be like their logo behind them. But it'll be a green screen, but they'll have their logo behind them and stuff. So
that's right. Yeah.
Just cheap production.
Yeah. We should have a green screen and then we can be inside of a volcano.
I don't. And nobody can see all our stuff.
No, I know. I just love like really bad green screen
Y'all
stuff.
got the perfect background.
Oh, thanks. We have a big pile of ones to add to it, but we have lack of wall space.
We have like
It's like
nails.
lack of nails.
We need nails.
We used to just buy some. They're so cheap.
Yeah.
We just keep forgetting. The hardware store that was near our house closed like before, like right after COVID, I think, and so
It'd
just
be
don't
like
go anywhere that sells nails, like loose nails.
Yeah, we need some nails.
So I'm gonna make y'all trip off of something. Watching this Undertaker match.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped watching wrestling for about a year and a half. After the Undertaker got put into the casket by Yokozuna, I became scared of the Undertaker after that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Don't ask me why. And then like I went to my friend's house to watch the Undertaker versus the Undertaker. I'm sitting on the steps shaking, and I just run out the house. So I couldn't go into movie time. I couldn't go into Video World, Blockbuster, nothing, because I didn't want to see him. I used to have nightmares about the Undertaker for a year and a half.
Gosh.
I did not watch wrestling. Yes.
Wow.
That's awful.
It was scary at Royal Rumble 94.
Wait,
that was scary.
What's the Undertaker versus Undertaker?
Well, the Undertaker disappeared after Royal Rumble 94. And Ted DiBiase, who originally brought The Undertaker into WWF, said he brought The Undertaker back, but it was really this guy named Brian Lee, dressed as The Undertaker. But it was pretty convincing, except he was like 3 inches shorter. But then the real Undertaker, Paul Bearer, brought him back, and at SummerSlam 94, they had Undertaker versus Undertaker, and The Undertaker won.
Was it like a stipulation match or no? Just a regular match?
Just except that it was a mirror match.
Oh yeah. Oh, like the Shadow Realm in AEW.
Yeah.
I liked when he wore spats.
Yeah. This is the Undertaker I like.
Yeah.
Like
the like Peter Pan cut to represent like having torn sleeves.
Yeah. It is Peter Pan-ish.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. This is the most Undertaker got beat up since like Hulk Hogan, you know?
I don't know.
Undertaker had lost at this point like probably one match, and that was to Hulk Hogan.
So not to harp on this outfit, but I'm going to. It's not even one piece. You can see where the pants stop and the shirt begins.
Yeah.
Like, give the man a zipper or something up the back. So Eric says, I looked it up, and they said the green screen was at the old WWF studios in a big room.
Makes
Where
sense.
was that? That was in Connecticut.
Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
That combination of Taker and Paul Bearer was so on point.
Mm-hmm. I love Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
We talked about doing that, right? One of us was going to be Paul Bearer, and one of us was going to be the Undertaker.
I can do that.
Yeah.
If I don't lose some weight, I could be Paul Bearer.
Or if you lose weight, I could be Paul Bearer.
You could be Paul Bearer.
Whichever one of us is fatter will be Paul Bearer. The butt on ice. Sorry, I don't mean to talk about, if you haven't watched it with us before, I don't mean to talk about clothing so much, but I used to do costumes, and so like that is shocking.
It just doesn't
It's
work.
just
It doesn't work.
baffling.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't. So if
That's a coffee maker. Oh yeah, time check for
if you're with us here, if your time is off, we're at 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 10 seconds.
we have a little less than 30 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
There's just one match after this. Yeah, the main
Yeah.
event. Wait, what is he chloroforming him?
Yep.
Yes.
And here's another weird finish.
Is
You know,
that a disqualification?
not yet.
How is that not?
And back to your point, Kay, I think this match is why everybody shits on this WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, I see this now. Yeah,
I wanted you to see this match first before
I appreciate that.
But this match is why I think everybody shits on this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons.
Plus, like, they're sending a very different message about how chloroform works than like any movie or television show I've ever seen.
Well, but he's the Undertaker.
Oh, so it takes like 50 times longer for chloroform to work?
It's the Undertaker.
I see. Although serial killers that use chloroform said that it took a lot longer than they expected it to. I think because of movies and television. In case you're wondering.
Well, you would think it would depend on the person's size with that stuff.
Yeah, and the concentration, I would imagine, because like most chemicals that you buy like that are different concentrations. And things like how hard they're breathing.
That's been the Backlund and Razor Ramon wasn't so hot, and then this match was sucked. But all the other matches have been good, I've thought.
This is like
I'm not blaming Taker for this match. Taker did what he worked with what he had.
Yeah.
Which was that. Ugh. I liked how they did like the purple to like give him the bags that I just have naturally. Suck on it, Taker. He wishes he had my eyes. That's good mullet.
Is that Alfonso?
In there, yeah.
If you're ever making an outfit, folks, and you think, hold on a second, I gotta paint the nipples on, stop and ask yourself, what am I doing?
Nope. Oh my God.
No, the referee.
It's Bill Alfonso.
Can I have something that you're drinking? Thank you.
Yeah, but if you get a chance, Kay, look up. I think it was the Royal Rumble before this one when Giant Gonzalez showed up, and the outfit it has hair all over it in spots.
Okay, yeah, no, definitely. So Royal Rumble 93, or was that 92?
I think that was 93.
Okay. I wasn't sure timeline wise where the Royal Rumble was.
Yeah, he wasn't actually in the Rumble, but he came in and eliminated the Undertaker from the Rumble.
Oh, thus setting up this match.
Correct. Is the crowd chanting bullshit?
No, they're chanting Hogan.
Hogan.
Why?
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
Because Hogan always comes in and like saves
saying
things.
that-
The ultimate good guy.
Taker said, "Fuck a
Oh.
Hogan, I got this."
Yeah.
Nobody else but Mark Calloway could have did this character.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. He's very good. I don't like hearing him and I mean I feel bad because like I know he's an actor and or performer. But like I get so disappointed when I hear him talk and it's like him as a real person.
Yeah, me too.
Because,
I
like,
agree.
like really? Can't you and you alone keep kayfabe alive and like not give interviews about being a biker and stuff, you know?
I agree. Yeah. I don't like it.
I feel you, but he's earned it because think of how long
Oh, absolutely,
and
yeah.
everything that he went through to protect that character.
Yeah.
To wearing black going to the stores, being in character
Mhm.
all the time.
Yeah.
He
I
even
love
says
that
it
for
still
him.
feels weird for him.
I bet. Well, that's what they talked about a lot in that Mr. McMahon documentary is like where the line ends between the character and the person. And Ric Flair talks about that some too, about himself and whatever we watched that was about Ric Flair. I think it was maybe
The Ric Flair
the-
special.
yeah.
Was that ESPN?
Yes,
30
yes,
30?
30 for 30, yeah. That's what I was trying to think of. And so like I find that so interesting that like when you're done with wrestling, do you have like an identity crisis, you know?
I bet.
Maybe that's why so many people are finding God after they're done wrestling because they're just like lost.
Hmm.
Interesting. Anyway, sorry.
So Kay doesn't know what happened, so nobody tell her what happens
Nobody's
in the main event.
I'll just cover up the chat with my hands.
Yeah, you just go ahead on and X that out.
Store of some sorts to get to maybe an underwear salesman. Now that I saw
What?
What? Oh, for Johnny Gonzalez. So I
Oh.
don't have to look at his pubic hair.
I gotta say, that's
Paint it
fine.
on pubic hair.
You know, me and Gene didn't care. He would say all kind of slick shit.
Yeah.
Squaring off against the 505-pound challenger from Japan, Yokozuna, of course, managed by Mr. Fuji. They came to the World Wrestling Federation, and of course, they have people standing on end talking about this big sumo wrestler from Japan. They came and immediately Mr. Fuji said, "We'll challenge anybody who can take this man off his feet." One of the first to step up and issue a challenge to Mr. Fuji on that very subject was none other than Hacksaw Jim Duggan. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
let's go back in time and see how that all unfolded. Take a look.
I like
I
Hacksaw because he
remember
just looks
this.
crazy.
I
you know?
remember this.
Yep. Mm.
Can you imagine how much ass sweat got on you when you wrestled Yokozuna?
Look at that second rope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You'll never get used to seeing something like that from the 505-pound mammoth Yokozuna. Now, just last week, I personally was on hand for the contract signing, the official signing for the match between Bret the Hitman Hart and Yokozuna. Let's go back and take a look at that action.
He's not reading a prompter. That's really impressive. Oh. Oh. Sorry. I said I wasn't going to look at that because I didn't want to spoilers, but that's
Look
fine.
at them ham hocks.
So Eric asking, is this the first WrestleMania in the daytime? Sorry, I thought you were pointing at the dog.
I don't think so.
No, I want to say WrestleMania 6 started off with daylight and then it went to night. I think that was the one. I could
See,
be
I
wrong.
was thinking like 4 and 5 were in the afternoon. But I'm not sure.
Which one was Hogan and Warrior?
6, yeah.
6? Yeah, I can't remember. It's between one of those three.
Yeah.
I like afternoon pay-per-views.
Yeah, I love them.
Wish they would bring those back.
Because you're old.
Because I'm old. Well, no, yeah. Because then you got to work the next day. Oh my god, that eye. It looks like those cowhead eyes, like when you see like the severed cow heads at a butcher's and it's got those eyes like. Oof.
I miss the Sunday pay-per-views.
Yeah. Well, we still get some AEW Sunday pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Is that during football or when football's not happening?
Football's not happening.
Okay.
Right?
I want you to watch every move, and I also want you to know, brother, that me and all my Hulkamaniacs are on your side. But as I looked into the eyes of Bret Hart just a few minutes ago, Mean Gene, I know.
So if you haven't joined us before, we usually do a retro wrestling watch along every Thursday.
But
Some
Collision
is Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, same time, 7:50 on Thursdays. Sometimes it's WWF, sometimes it's WCW. We're talking about throwing some ECW in there. We've done NWA like once, 2 or 3 times, I think.
Couple times.
Couple times. We've
Yeah.
done some episodes of retro television.
Yeah,
retro
Monday Night
television,
Show
yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, Thursdays at 7:50, except this Thursday
Yeah.
because Collision is on.
Mm-hmm. And we
Which is
usually,
why we're doing this tonight.
yeah, and we usually try and like stick to a theme for the month. Like these are all WrestleManias because we're leading up to WrestleMania. Halloween Havoc for Halloween, we watch those and etc.
And next month, April, I believe we're gonna watch Spring Stampedes.
This is April.
Oh fuck. May. Well, after WrestleMania, we're gonna watch Spring Stampede. And then in May, we're going to watch some Slamborees, WCW Slamboree.
Yeah.
I love these guys. Where'd you get the togas? Motel 6.
I was going to say, like, those have to be curtains from somewhere.
Yeah, they stole the curtains from
that's
Motel.
awesome. That's a Gone with the Wind thing. Scarlett O'Hara's dress gets made out of the curtains that tear the mansion because they're poor and the war is going on. Well, they're not poor, they're fucking rich as fuck, but the war is going on, so they don't have access to things.
We should watch that.
Yeah, I know.
Have it on Laserdisc.
I know you have it on Laserdisc. That's like one of the only like sort of famous classic movies like that gets talked about a lot that he hasn't seen. As far as like movie firsts, like with the field of dead bodies and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's all animal shit down there.
You know, I was thinking like, who came up and threw rose petals? But I bet you're right.
Oh my god.
You have like that has to be it, especially if they tried to sweep it.
And Yoko's barefooted, ain't he?
Yeah. Oh, and so are the Samoans.
The head shrinkers will.
The head shrinkers, I mean, yeah. See, Fuji's smart. He's got like little sandals on. Saw the camel and he was like, I'm gonna get some shoes real quick.
The Hitman, one of the best.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites at this time too. I always wanted to be the kid to get them damn glasses. Kevin Knight should start thinking about passing his out in AEW.
Yep.
That's a good idea. Ah, that's awesome. What's that? Like a tablecloth?
I don't know.
The first person to make Pink look cool on a guy.
True.
I know this is the main event, but I need to get something to eat real quick.
Watch out for the dog.
I know.
Oh, look at that
You don't
belt.
wake the dog up. He woke her up.
I love that belt, y'all.
Yeah. That's my favorite WWF belt, definitely.
That one and the IC belt that Sean had in the beginning of this match, my two favorite all times.
Yep.
But after looking at the tag belts that Money Inc. had, those are classics too.
All these, like you said, all these are my favorite iterations of the belts. The World, the Intercontinental, and the tag. Yeah, I think they all look great.
Bruh, you couldn't tell me that guy wasn't Japanese when I first started watching this.
I know. I didn't know. I was shocked. I was shocked when I found out.
Did you see the geisha that gave him flowers?
Yeah.
It was like the whitest woman ever with like Asian eyes drawn on her face.
What are you making in there? Pasta? You making pasta? Is that what's going on?
I don't want to miss the main event.
Oh,
11.
they said Aretha Franklin sang America the Beautiful. That got edited out. That got edited out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm thinking that Sherry segment was in here too, because I remember her going backstage, being laid up, because Tatanka took her to the back, and then Luna came in and started beating the brakes off her.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Man, Yokozuna undefeated at this point.
Yep.
Bret Hart had some of the best punches.
Between him and Razor Ramon, I always liked Razor's punches too, but Bret had the best to me. Between his punches and when somebody would whip him into that corner and he would take that sternum bump.
Yep.
Woo.
Yeah, that looked brutal. Oh, Kay said Ric Flair had good punches too. That's true. Arn Anderson.
If you could take Ric Flair's mic skills and give them to Charlotte, Charlotte would be invincible.
Yeah. I love Charlotte.
I saw a post on Instagram a couple days ago. Becky Lynch said she claims she's not coming back to wrestling.
Wow. I kind of believe it.
I also kind of believe it.
Most people, I don't believe it when they say that.
I don't want to make assumptions about people, but when she came back from being pregnant,
Yeah,
she looked unwell
Yeah.
when she came back to wrestling, and so
it's true.
hopefully she's at a healthier place now, because she looked like she
Talking
was.
about Becky?
Yeah, she looked like she was anorexic, when she
Yeah, I
came
thought
back.
so
and
too.
so,
She looked super small.
yeah, like to the point of like that's something's not right. So I could see not wanting to go back into the spotlight if that was actually what was happening.
Yeah, because Becky used to have a little bump on her backside when she first came in.
Yeah, that was gone.
And it was Sergeant Slaughter that came up with this gimmick for Yokozuna. Because when he first came in, they was going to try to keep him Samoan. And Sergeant Slaughter was like, let's make him a sumo wrestler, something different. We got enough Samoans in here.
It was a great idea, especially with Mr. Fuji.
Yeah. Like I was telling Asa, for the longest time, I thought he really was Japanese.
I did too until Asa told me, like a few years ago.
I don't think I found out until like 9 years ago or something, 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Which was more shocking, the truth about him or the truth about Johnny B. Bad?
Johnny B. Bad.
Johnny B. Bad.
I thought Johnny B. Bad was black until like
I told him he wasn't.
3 years
Asa,
ago.
I was about to say, y'all told me, and I was like, huh?
Wait, you thought he was black too?
Yes. I didn't know until y'all told me.
Yeah, no.
He's a
This is
Jewish
white.
guy. He's a white
I at
Jewish
least thought
guy.
he was mixed.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought he
right.
was mixed with
Yeah.
black and white. No,
Yeah.
No.
that was just one hell of a tan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was shocking to me.
It was like the first time I saw him. I was like, I can't believe they're still showing this. And you were like, what? I was like,
Yeah.
that's not a black guy.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was in WCW as Johnny B. Bad, I just knew he was black.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he went to WWF, he lightened up a little bit. So I was like, okay, maybe he's mixed with something.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I was all wrong.
Well, it was even in his theme song, I look just like Little Richard.
Yeah.
Don't mess with him.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
That's phenomenal flexibility for a 505-pound man. So you took his head off. Any size man.
Rodney Anawai.
Is that Mr. Fuji's name?
That's Yoko's real name.
Oh, Yoko's name. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's part of the
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
family too, or whatever you want
Is
to call it.
Mr. Fuji actually Japanese?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Trying to get this huge monster off his feet. And once again, that oriental nerve ball digging into the trees.
Yeah, he was a wrestler
I was going to ask him.
in his day. Yeah,
Yep.
he was a
Forgot who
big
his
tag
tag team partner was.
Look who's here.
Just rewind.
Rewind. Johnny Bad looks like my kind of Saturday night. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh man, rewind.
It's always delightful having you.
I used to think rewind was Dylan.
Oh wait, what? Really?
I did.
Just like fucking with us?
Until they showed up on the same show. And then
You thought he just like randomly decided to be obsessed with Taz?
yeah.
It's giving Dylan a lot of credit there.
He's funny.
He
He's
is
a
funny.
funny
Yeah,
guy.
that's true.
I honestly thought it was him.
I bet Johnny knows how to dance better than Dylan. I bet you're probably right. He's like a hardcore Republican now, isn't he?
Who, Mark Marrow? Or
Yeah.
Dylan?
No, not Dylan. Mark Marrow.
I don't know. I've never heard that. I know Tatanka is.
That's what you
Yeah,
told me.
only thing I heard about Mark Merrow is he does those like motivation speeches. Speeches.
That's what it was, yeah. That's what I was thinking of, the motivational speakers, not hardcore. That was to talk.
Brett getting the sharpshooter on Yoko. Trying to.
God. That has to hurt Brett so much. Like, I know Yoko's supposed to be doing most of the work, but do you think he is? Like, how do you lift that part of your body when you're that big? You know?
Bam.
Oh.
The
I feel like
ceremonial salt.
So, like, every finish is a fucked up finish.
Every finish is
Yeah.
great. Is
Okay, I can kind of get it now.
that's why some people don't like
Yeah.
this.
Gotta put way too much jelly.
New world champion.
And that was a good match.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It was a good match. Just the wonky finishes.
Oh.
Look at them boots.
Mhm. I think the mic looks like an Olympic torch.
It sure does.
Yeah. Oh wait, I've been missing a lot. Sorry. Mark Marrow was married to Sable. Before Brock Lesnar stole her away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just means more fun for me. What are you pointing at? Are you pointing at the television or?
I'm pointing at the
Oh,
television.
I thought you were pointing at the chat. What? For Hogan?
Hmm?
Hogan is getting a title match right now.
Yes. Oh my god.
Did they ring the bell yet?
No.
Oh. No, there's never ring a bell.
No. I don't think they rang a bell for any match, did they?
I don't know.
I don't remember hearing a bell. I don't know. We were talking through everything. I don't know. I didn't hear any bells tonight. Hogan's 5th and I believe final WWF World Title.
93, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, because
Because he goes to WCW.
yeah,
He won one when he came back after after WrestleMania 18.
oh, did he?
Won it
Okay.
for a little. Yeah, he won it for a little while.
All right.
And that's the other reason why I think a lot of people shit on this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But in fairness to Hogan, the crowd popped for him.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it. And Yoko had the shortest world title reign of all time, I believe. Andre the Giant had a short one.
Yeah. They did their thing, making that place look the way it looks.
Yeah, it looks great. There we go.
You know, I kind of would agree with Kay. I wouldn't have minded them trying to pull this off again in this style.
Yeah.
with a Caesar Palace WrestleMania in Vegas.
But they just got so much money to make now, you know? With those
Yeah.
giant arenas, you know?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give my ratings real quick for the matches. Intercontinental title match. Tatanka beat Shawn Michaels by countout to stay undefeated. I gave that 4.5 bones. I thought that was a good match. Steiner Brothers beat the Head Shrinkers. Very good, 4.5 bones. Doink the Clown beat Crush when there was a second Doink, 4 bones. Razor Ramon beat Bob Backlund with an inside cradle, 1.5 bones. That wasn't much of anything. Money Incorporated beat the Mega Maniacs by disqualification, 4 bones out of 5. The Narcissists pinned Mr. Perfect with Perfect's legs on the ropes, 4 bones out of 5. The Undertaker beat Giant Gonzalez by DQ when Gonzalez used chloroform, 1.5 bones out of 5. World title match. Yokozuna won the belt from Bret Hart, 4 bones out of 5. And Hogan won it from Yokozuna, and that was a squash match. So let's do the thing. Okay,
Wow.
best match, worst match, rating out of 5 bones.
Switch should go first while I review these. 'cause I
Okay,
wasn't here the whole time.
switch, you go first then.
So as far as my ratings, Asa, we got the exact same thing except for the Razor and Backlund. I gave it a 2. I gave it a 2.0.
All right.
Everything else we are exactly the same on as far as ratings. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Watching
Great
this thing
minds.
back, overall show, I'm probably going to give it a 3.5 overall.
Wow. Okay.
3.5 overall.
What about best match and worst match?
My favorite match was the Head Shrinkers and the Steiners.
Mm-hmm.
Worst match was the are we counting Hogan versus Yoko as a match?
No,
I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm giving that to the Gonzalez and Taker. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna agree with Switch. Best match, Steiner Brothers over the Head Shrinkers. Worst match, Undertaker and Gonzalez. I'm gonna give the show 4 bones out of 5 though. I really like this show. In spite of all the screwy finishes, I like this show a lot. It's okay.
mine's going to be boring because I'm saying exactly what you just said. Same favorite match, worst match, same bone rating, 4 out of 5 bones.
All right.
Yep.
Well, everybody, thank
There's
you
been
for
a bunch. Do
watching.
you want me to run down these real quick, or
Run down what?
there's a chat since I was out of the room?
No, we're going.
Okay,
live.
okay, cool. Sorry, guys.
Everybody, thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Everybody who talked. We love hearing from you. We love talking to you. It's always fun. It's always interesting to get different perspectives. What have we got coming up this week? I'm gonna run it down real quick. Wednesday, 7:55. Well, fuck. Tomorrow night, WrestleMania 41 predictions. 7 o'clock work for you, Switch?
Works for me.
7 o'clock tomorrow night, WrestleMania 41 predictions. Wednesday, Dynamite watch along, 7:55. Thursday, Collision watch along, 7:55. Friday, 6:55. Joey Janela's Spring Break. That's a pay-per-view. So I don't know how many of you will join us for that, but
Game Changer Wrestling.
Game Changer
That's-
Wrestling. Yeah.
That's
and
Sabu's last match, ain't it?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sabu versus Joey Janela, Sabu's retirement match. Saturday, of course. What is it? 7 or 8? 7. WrestleMania 41 night 1, and Sunday WrestleMania 41 night 2. So we've got shit every day this week.
Yeah. So there won't be an AEW weekly this week, correct? Because you didn't.
No, no AEW
Sorry.
weekly
Yeah,
this
we'll pick
week. We
that
got
up
too
when-
much stuff to do.
yeah.
It'll be back next week.
Yeah, when we don't have a show every day. So
Well, we have it on the schedule, but
I'll take it off.
let's
And
not.
I'll put the WrestleMania predictions.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
instead. Okay.
All right,
Yep.
everybody, we're going.
Thanks for joining us.
Use your turn signals.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like and
Yes.
subscribe on here.
And for switches, everything wrestling.
Yes,
and
yes.
and we're on TikTok. I put stuff on there that I don't put anywhere else. No Bones About Wrestling. And we're on X. That's where I put like news, like the day's news and our schedules and all that. I put a lot of stuff on there.
Wrestling news.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
well, that's
Wrestling news.
making sure.
And the X is at No Bones Wrestling. That's at No Bones RASSLIN.
And you can find our schedule posted there.
Yes, which is going to get changed.
Yeah, in like 3 seconds.
Yeah. But anyways, that's it.
Yep.
Uh,
And for my people that's on Facebook, because I am streaming live on Facebook,
Oh, cool.
I have the No Bones Wrestling link in my chat and in my
thanks, man.
bio. So make sure y'all go like and subscribe to their channels and their pages. If y'all rock with me, y'all gotta rock with them.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And yeah, have a great night, everybody.
Hey.
Love, love.